Today we are going to see. What if Rimuru broke the balance of the hero world? So let's get started. Somewhere in the street. Geno's Pav. It's been 3 days after Moss. Tear destroy the dragon level threat mediator. There has a lot of commotion rumor about Master cheating for being number 342 C-rank hero to number 5 C-rank hero back then. But that commotion had already died down a little bit now. Soon there will be nobody talk about that rumor anymore. Right now I am accompany my master to a supermarket to buy stuff that master see in the sale paper that said that the supermarket will give 75% discount. On our way I'm still thinking about thing that happened after I meet master, but suddenly master interrupting my thoughts. Saitama. Hey Genos, is that a monster walk on the street? After hearing what master said I start to turn my head where he points his finger at and I see a monster, or maybe not. I don't know that thing or a monster or a human on a costume because I cannot detect any level energy from him. And the way he walk is slow, pretty slow actually. Genos. That maybe not a monster, probably someone wearing a costume. Saitama. Oh, I almost end up rushed to punch him. I thought there was another threat that blocked my way to the supermarket. Then we decide to ignore that thing and continue our way to the supermarket. After a few minutes of walking we have reached the supermarket and walk in, and just to see most of the stuff that gives 75% discount are all gone. Saitama. Master did not say anything, but I can see master eyes turn look at every direction and top look at one spot, and I turn look the same way and see one pack of meat that gives 75% discount still there. Without second thought master start to run to that direction really fast, and I don't know that is his full speed or not, but when his hand about to grab that pack of meat there was another hand grab it at the same time. When I look at the person that grabbed that pack of meat that my master be just to see the same costume monster guy that we see on the street grab it. There's no way he was able to come here and take that meat at the same time with master. And I still remember the way he ed back then, and it will take about 4 hours for him come to the supermarket. And before master run to grab that meat I did not detect him at all. Is that thing really a monster? Or it a super advanced android put an armor on look like monster? No, I wasn't able to detect anything inside him at all, and it was like it was hollow from the inside. Zejin Pav. It's almost been a day now after Lord Rimuru left us and have a vacation to another world. Before Lord Rimuru start to left everyone including me worry about him and tell him to pick one of us to go with him for his safety. But he reject our offer and said, Rimuru, sorry guys, I need alone time relaxing, so have you guy with me will cost a little bit of problem, so I cannot take you guy with me. So without his permission we decide to pick one of us to go follow him secretly on a battle. After 3-day battle in another dimension that time and space flow differently from the outside world, for 1 minute I have come on top and win. But if Diablo was in good condition I might be the one that lose, because before the battle starts some of us decide to target Diablo first and was able to injured him badly and take one of his arm off, so that come to my advantage to defeat him. And everyone that got injured in the battle get healed and the people that died got revived back. And everyone have no objection for me going there, and Veldora-sama our lord sworn brother along with demon lord Ramirez the spirit queen give me a device that can transport me to the world that my lord are in. Because this device have Lord Rimuru magical signature, so it will transport me to any world that my lord are in. When the device transport me to the world that my lord are in, my lord was able to detect me immediately and teleport where I am. And I end up get a lot of scolding from him and he tell me to go back. So for the first time I decide to disobey my lord order for his safety. After hearing what I said, Lord Rimuru making a face that said, are you serious fucking kidding me? Without say anything he decide to walk away and leave, and I'm just follow him behind without stopping. After few hour of following my lord from behind, my lord turned back and look at me and said, Rimuru, fine, I will allow you to stay in this world with me, but you need to find a job to make money so we can buy something to eat. So I've been working on a construction worker by carrying a lot heavy stuff. Actually is not heavy at all, I feel like I'm not holding on anything. After a few hours of working I was able to earn 1,000 yen. 10 hours before I start to find a job I'm start to learning all the rule in this world and the policy and money of this world as well. And when I walk in public there was some time people see me and got scared and screaming monster, so I decide to pretend I was a human wearing a costume to look cool. So I've been walking around and try to find a supermarket that sells stuff that gave 75% discount, because the amount of money that I have I don't think it will be in out to buy stuff that will satisfying my lord. So without any choice I decide to use universal sense to find that supermarket. When I was able to detect it I start to run to that place immediately. When I reach there and walk in, I see everything that gives 75% discount was all gone, and I look around and see one last pack of meat that gives 75% discount still there, and without second thought I start to run and try to grab it immediately before anyone grab it. And to my disbelief, there was someone grabbing that meat at the same time as me, and I look at the person and see a bald man grabbing it with sweat a lot on his face. Zejin. Damn it, if I knew there was someone this fast in this world, I should increase my speed 1,000,000 times to get it. Now it's too late, I need to find way to convince him to give it to me, I thought to myself. Saitama Pav. Damn it, so my instinct was right, I should increase my speed a little more and I might be able to grab that meat first, but it's already too late, I need find a way to convince this guy to give this meat to me. But still I was quite surprised, this is the first time in year that my instant kick in like this. And I was so scared about that meat was get away from my hands and go with someone else, make my heart beat so fast that I sweating a lot. Geno's Pav. I can't believe this, he was able to match my master speed and grab that meat at the same time as him. But I think my master can go even beyond faster than this and grab that meat, and I should not interfere and watch how will this turns out. Third person Pav. In the supermarket there was 3 men stand in glare at each other, and 2 of them holding the same one pack of meat and one of them just watching to see how things turns out. Saitama. Sorry, right now I don't have a lot of money with me, and T.S. is the only meat that give discount in this market right now, so can you please give it to me, he said while making a smiling face. Zejin. I should be sorry as well because right now I'm only have 1,000 yen and I don't think with this money I can buy anything to enjoy eating with someone at home, he said and makes a smiling face as well, even though you cannot see his smile because something cove his mouth, but you can see his eyes looks like was smiling. Saitama. I see, he said and holding the meat a little bit tighter. Zejin. He nodded and holding the meat a little bit tight as well. Before a fight broke out, there was an old man walk past them and put a 1 pack of meat that gives 75% discount back. Old man. Oh my, I think I end up grab 2 of them, I'm getting old now, I should aware of my surrounding, he said and walk away. Saitama. Zejin. Zejin decide to let go of the meat and grab the other one that the old man just put and go to the counter and buy it. Geno's Pav. That was incredible, it's my first time to see someone that match my master in speed. I think it might be able in strength as well, but enough of that. Right now I'm walking with my master with the meat that master buy in the market that gives 75% discount back home, and I will start to investigating that thing tomorrow. But there was a problem. I start to turn my head to my left and see that thing that match with my master in speed walk the same path as us. The 3 of us been walking at the same path for an hour now and we did not say anything the whole time, so I decide to speak to broke this awkward silence. Jen. OS. So you are living at the city Z as well? Zejin. Yes, someone that I know live here, so I go find a job and make money to buy this to enjoy eating with him at home. Genos. So that person must be really important to you, since you go all the trouble finding a job to make a money to buy food to eat together. Zejin. You a little bit right, he is not just important, he is also special to me and other as well. Genos. Other. Who are they? Zejin. He did not say anything, just walk and being silent. So I decide to just ignore him and walk with master and stand right in front of his apartment. And to my surprise I look at to my left and see that thing is living here as well. So the 3 of us start to walk in and go at the same floor, and I look behind and see that thing walk behind us. Master, and I stop right in front of his door room and I look at my left and see that thing stop at the next door to us and start knocking the door. Genos. What? There is someone live next to us, but since the why that I live with master I did not detect anyone live in this apartment at all, I thought to myself and start to analyze my surrounding again, especially that room. Genos. I did not detect anything living in that room. So why? Before I could finish my thought, the door that thing start to knock start to open. The door start to fully open and I can see someone with a messy hair cover over the face street art to stand right in front of that thing, and I start to analyze her immediately. After fully analyze I can confirm that the person is a female, even though I cannot analyze fully, but still I finish lies over her body, but there is only one spot that I cannot confirm is a female, her chest size is flat. Rimuru Pav. It's been almost 2 years since I have come to this world. I had told Seal to bring me to a world similar to Japan and have a different time flow 1000 years in Cardinal World 1 year. And I'm gonna say this world is really similar to Japan, but the problem is they are monster and people with super ability. The monster in this world is always attacking human, and the people that has super ability have the duty to protect humanity, but some of them using their power to commit crime. So just like in the cardinal world, I decide to reunite monster and human to coexist together, but fuck that shit. Every single monster in this world, I mean all of them, are all shit. The first monster that I walk across look like a monkey with 4 arms and red 4 eyes start attacking me the moment he see me. And I did not kill that monster and try to communicate with him, and it seem he have intelligent, but there is a problem. That damn monkey looking at me with a loot eyes and make a body posture that said I'm going to suck you dry, and I have no word after seeing that and finish him off with one slap. And not a single piece of that monkey remain in the existed. And sometime later I have run across a group of intelligent monster and I try to convince them to help me to build a relationship between man and monster, but those monsters did not cooperate and said, "Monster, coexist with human, ha ha ha, don't make me laugh, human is nothing but trash beneath our feet and for us to kill whatever we like. Same go for you bitch, before that monster finish his word I finish them off without let anything remain. Fun, is that really the only reason all the monster kills human? So I try to forget it and find other monster to help, but it's all the same and sometime is even worse. So with nothing to do I decide to live like a normal human and having a job on a gas station night shift, and sometime I go kill monster and help people by wearing my mask so people don't know what I look like. And Seal suggest an idea for my two identity as a hero and a normal civilian. Her idea is when I want to be a normal civilian I just have to be genderless as I'm right now, and for being hero I have to change my gender to a female so people don't recognize it. And I'm gonna to say her idea is, shit, the only difference between my normal civilian look and my hero look is chest size. Still I had to go with her idea, but I rather being genderless, and to make me look like female I think I only need to increase my chest size. And all the people know me as the unknown hero because nobody know who I am and what I look like. The only thing they know that I am a female, have a silver blue hair, wearing a mask and holding a katana and wearing a black clothes. And right now I hear someone knocking my door and I using my universe sense to see who is behind my door just to realize it was Zejin as the one who knocking. Rimuru, damn it, I'm so lazy right now I don't want to walk and open the door, I thought to myself lazily. But it's better than 3 days ago there was a giant meteor fall in the town, so I have to force me's LF from my day off lazy time and help, but when I was about to erase that thing to nothingness someone has already destroyed it and make a many small meteor fall and destroy the whole building and how I managed to save the apartment that I live in. So I using one of my hand to grab a table near me and help me get up from the floor and walk to the door and open it. When I fully open the door and I see a big insector stand right in front of me and holding something in his hand, and I take a look and I can see it was a pack of meat and I can see a 75% discount tag on it. Rimuru, wow, I'm quite surprised. I did not expect for you to find a way to make money and buy stuff while you looking like that, I said to him surprisingly. Zejin, if it means for satisfy my lord desire I will do anything, he saw it with his determined face. I don't know how I can see his determined face even though some of his face cover, but I can feel it. Rimuru, really, can you please go back home then? I said and smiled at him. Zejin, he did not say anything and stand like a statue right in front of me. Rimuru, I'm joking, you find a way to make money and can do thing on your own, I think it's fine for you to stay with me, I said, and make a pathway for him to walk in. After hearing what I said, Zejin start to walk past me to my room happily, and I look to my right and see 2 people staring at me. There was a blonde T-man staring at me deeply and I realized he was analyzing me. Seal, don't worry master, I'm already give that guy a wrong information about your body, she said out of nowhere and make me freak out a little bit. Rimuru, Seal, so you finally talk, you've been stop respond to my communicate for 3 months now, and what kind of information did you give that guy? Seal, you do not need to know what kind of information that I give him. And the reason that I'm stopped talking to you for 3 months because I was angry back then, she said and make a pouting voice. Rimuru, you already know back then that I have no intention of have any relationship with that girl, she was just keeping flirting with me every time we see each other. Seal, I know, and I'm glad that bitch finally get married to someone else. Rimuru, did you seriously just call her? Never mind. I stopped talking to her and look at the other person that wearing a clothes that I recognized that someone wear a year ago, and his face was familiar, but the only difference is he doesn't have a hair. Rimuru, Saitama, is that you? How did you get bald in just a year? Don't tell me you finally give up on your hero dream and find a office job and work yourself hard until your hair fall off like that. Saitama. Oh Rimuru, I did not see you in years now. I thought you already move out like other but you still here. Rimuru. Oh I just have a habit of being sleep for so long and I'm only go out to work at night, so yeah we don't have the chance to see each other on our way like that for a year. Saitama. Oh really, there was a meteor fall 3 days ago, did you notice? Rimuru. Yeah, because of that damn meteor fall I have to force myself to get up from my great peaceful lazy time that I have once in a month. Seriously, if I find out the one da make that meteor fall I will go and kick his ass, I said and gripping my fist really hard. Saitama. Oh yeah, your friend that walked into your room, he bought the same thing as us, so I think we might eat the same food, he said and trying to change the subject. Rimuru. Oh really, so what kind of food are you going to make with that meat? Saitama. Well, I'm thinking of beef soup with vegetable. Rimuru. What a coincidence. Everything that still remain on my fridge only can make that beef soup vegetable as well. Saitama. Really, then see ya, he said and walked into his room along with his robot friend. Seal. Master, he is tea. Before she could finish I cut in. Rimuru. I know Seal, he is the one that destroyed that meteor, I'm only acting just to see his reaction, that's all. Seal. Third person Pav. After Genos and Saitama walk into their room and Rimuru doing the same by going side to his room. After he walked inside we can see Zejin standing and ready for any order from his master. Rimuru. You do not need to stand like that, you can sit near the short table on the floor over there, and I will go make something for us to eat, he said it and walk into the kitchen. Rimuru after go inside the kitchen. Hen start to take the meat from the bag out and go open the fridge and take all the remain vegetable out and cut them to make the soup. After half hour later Rimuru walk back in the living room with Bai G bowl of soup on his hand and 2 plate of rice floating. And Rimuru put the soup in the middle of the table and 2 plate of rice, one for Zejin and one for himself. After that he start to sit down and ready to eat. Rimuru. Thanks for the food, he said and put his hand palm together and praying. Before he could put his hand on the plate of rice he's noticed Zejin are not touching his bowl of rice at all. Rimuru. Zejin, what's wrong? Are you not going to eat? Zejin. Don't worry my lord, an insector like us do not require food to survive. Rimuru. Nah, that's not going to cut it, he said and flick his finger and black cocoon start to cover over Zejin body and his appearance start to change. This image is not belong to me, it's belong to their respected owner. Zejin appearance looks like a 20-years-old boy and have black hair and red crimson eyes. Zejin. My body has changed, he said and start to look over his body. Rimuru. Yeah, and you still possess your strength and power and your body durability is the same as the old one, so you do not need to worry, now eat. Zejin did not say anything and take the bowl of rice and start to eat with his lord. Zejin. It's been so long since I have ate something. The last time that I got to eat it was when the day me and Apito separate from other group when we were just a weak insector. Back then the only thing that we can eat it just a berry and small fruit that we can find in the forest, but now as a spiritual life form we do not require to eat anymore, but it was great that I got to eat food that Lord Rimuru make with his own hand. Zejin. If the other find out about this I wonder what they react. All Rimuru patrons, we will not let you get away with this. After the 2 of them finished eating Zejin start to take all the plate in the table and go to the kitchen and wash it. Rimuru. I will be go to work now, so watch over this place, okay, he said and walk out from the apartment and go to his workplace at the gas station. The next morning. Zejin Pav. I'm still sitting in the middle of this room and waiting for my lord return. My lord have left at the night time and he said he will be back at the morning. A few minutes later I start to notice someone come in from the window and I look at it and see my lord had come back with a messy hair. Rimuru. I'm so tired, he said and drop everything that he holding on the floor and fall down and take long pillow near him and hugging it. After seeing my lord fall asleep like that I decide to not interrupt him and trying to walk out to explore this town, but suddenly I hear a voice behind me. Rimuru. If you going out you can take this money to spend on your way, he said and a paper of money started to flow into my direction and I grab it. And I start to look at my hand and see how much did my lord give me in his 100,000 yen. Zejin. My lord is tea. Before I could finish my lord is already in a deep sleep. Zejin. I hope you have a good rest, I said with a low voice and walk out from my lord apartment and go out. But unknown to me, after I open the door and take a step out, Lord Rimuru start open one of his eye and make a smiling face. I've been walking for 3 hours now and I have seen many things. For example, the technology in this world was really great, it's much better than in the cardinal world. I've been go to many shop and store and buy some food to eat and save some of the money for Tomer. I don't want to borrow more money from my lord, I think my lord need more than me. After a while I have walk across someone that I just met from yesterday, the same man that lived next to my lord Ro. So I stop right in front of him and said, Zejin, looks like we have met again. After hear what I said, Saitama stop on his feet and look at me. Saitama, had we met before? He said and put his finger on his chin. Zejin, we have met in the supermarket and buy the same meat that gives 75% discount yesterday, I said and trying to remind him about yesterday. Saitama, oh now I remember, so this is how you look like without that costume of yours, he said and put his fist to his palm. Zejin, so what are you doing right now? Saitama, nothing, just walking around doing my job, killing monster and stop a bad guy. Zejin, I see, now I have no more place to go, so can I tag along? Saitama, sure. After he said that, I start to follow him everywhere that he go, but for the past 4 hours we hasn't run across any monster. Saitama, looks like there are no monster in this area today, I think I should go back home now, Genos must be at home making food already. Zejin, you have a good point, I think I should buy so nothing back home as well for my lore, I mean for Rimuru. When we was about to leave, there was a monster come from the ocean that have appearance looks like a human but a head of an octopus. Octopus monster, ha 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 ha, human, if you want to spare from the annihilation take heat, I'm come here to bring a message from the deepest of the ocean. The human after seeing that monster start to run away and at monster start to walk to our directions. Saitama start to walk to that monster direction, and when the monster see him he start to said, Octopus monster, what a cool head, by you any chance related to an octopus? Ha ha ha, he said and point his finger at Saitama's shiny bald head. When Saitama was about to punch that monster, I put my hand on his shoulder and said, Zejin, let me handle this, before Saida Moss say anything. I raised my point finger up and that make a shockwave destroy the monster upper part and make a big hole in the sky. The remained shockwave push all the cloud away until there are no more cloud to cover the sky. Zejin, that is much more than I expected, I said with a surprise face, because I'm only planned to destroy that monster upper part but not like this. Then suddenly there was some part of the monster that destroy start to fall from the sky, and I can see tentacle of octopus start to falling, and I raise my hand and grab it. Zejin, Saitama, do you think this thing is edible to eat? I asked him and he looked at me and said, Saitama, I don't know, let's have a test first, then let's bring back home to eat, he said and grab his own octopus tentacle with him. Then the two of us RT to walk our way back home by holding our own big tentacle of octopus. Zejin Pav, it's been a few hours after I kill that big octopus humanoid monster. Right now me and Saitama are back to our apartment. And before I go back to my lord's room, I decide to go to Saitama room first to test that octopus tentacle is edible to eat or not. When we walk in, we were greeted by Genos, and when he saw me he asked Saitama who I am. And Saitama said I was that costume monster from yesterday, and that make Genos quite surprised. And then Genos start analyzing the tentacle and take some little part of it and star to cook and let Saitama try taste first. Saitama, not bad, it tastes quite pretty good even though this thing blood is blue. After hearing that, I start to have a bite as well, and it's like he said it's pretty good, and I start ready to leave and said, Zejin, thank you for your time helping, if there anything I will help you back, I said and give a little bow. Saitama, nah, it's cool, we are neighbor. It's normal for us help each other. After hearing that, I start to leave and go to my lord room. Right in front of my lord room I start to knocking the door. A few seconds later the door open and I can my lord with a messy hair cover his face like from yesterday, and he said, Rimuru, oh you are back, so how did it go on your walk around the town? He asked, and I simply reply, Zejin, it was really refreshing, and I have run across an octopus humanoid creature and I just kill it, and I have bring some part of it so I can cook something for you to eat, my lord, I said, and take a tentacle octopus from my back and show it to him. Rimuru, are you sure we can eat this? I mean, this thing blood is blue. Zejin, don't worry my lord, I already try with someone to cook it and it tastes pretty good. Rimuru, is that so? Then I really want to try it, but there was an important place that I need to go, so I think we should wait for next time. Zejin, then when you return back I will make something delicious for you my lord. After I said that Lord Rimuru nod and start to walk out from the room and start to go to the exit and I just simply go inside and close the door. When I walk in I simply sit down in the middle of the room and close my eye and concentrate myself to feel my surrounding. It's been a few minutes now since I'm meditating in my lord room but there is something bothering me. I start to look at my left on a wall. This room and Saitama room is look the same and it should have a door right there like Saitama room. Why is this room doesn't have a door there? I start to stand up and walk to that wall and start to analyze it and it came out nothing. Zejin, there must be something that my lord tried to hide, I said and put my hand on the wall and it's begin to blur for a second and it show a door. So, my lord tried to hide something from me by making illusion magic even I cannot detect thanks to Saitama room I was able to find this illusion. Then I start to open the door but it's locked so I decide to use magic to unlock it and open the door and walk in. The room is pretty dark so I try to find the light switch and open it. When I open the light there was a lot of thing in this room, and I can see many picture of an idol girl on the wall. Zejin, I remember about this when I look into the internet about the people that like to support their idol girl that sing in a concert that famous around Japan. I think my lord is among those people, I said and start to walk further in. When I walk in further I end up step on a long pillow having the same idol girl that I see in the wall on it. Zejin, now had I think about it every single thing in this room have the same girl that I see on the wall, I said and take a white shirt that have the same idol girl on it. Zejin, this girl might be something she managed to grab my lord that much attention. After a few minutes inside this room I decide to go out and sit back in the middle of the room and meditate again. And about put back the illusion back. On the door I don't know how to make the same illusion at the same level because it need a lot of calculation to make it. The illusion magic on that level of calculation is impossible to make, I mean. I'm strong but I cannot do something at that level, and I know Diablo it's a little bit stronger than me but he is not on that level of calculation yet. With nothing to do so I start to turn on the TV. And watch the news just to see there was a monster called themselves the Sea Folk that from the same side of that octopus monster that I kill a few hours ago attacking City J. I feel like I want to help them but I'm at City Z so it's pretty far away. I think I should not get involved. The people that call themselves hero in this world I think they might be capable enough to deal with them. And there was a guy fighting them call himself Stinger a hero trying to fight them but he was a little beating up. I think I should go to Saitama room so we can go hang out a little bit outside, then I start to detection magic on the nearby room just to see Saitama and Genos are not there. With nothing to do so I decide to go out on a walk around the town to kill some time. Rimuru Pav. Yo, is me your favorite slime Rimuru, guess where I am? Oh, you don't know, okay let me tell you. Right now I am at a concert waiting for my favorite idol to come up on the stage and a few seconds later there was a smoke fire on the stage and it start disappear and show a figure standing on top of it. Everyone including me, yeah, me and everyone start to cheering really loudly. Thanks to my hard work on the gas station. For year my boss allow me to choose another day off on any day that I want, so I decided to take a day off today so I can watch Shizu-san reincarnation sing with my own eye. Seal is full a lot of surprise. I mean there was many world that have more time different flow than this but she decided to choose this one because she had take Shizu's soul and reincarnate her to this world. Shizu-san is beautiful as always. I mean every time she on public or show herself around the town and many more I always go to see her and sometime I get a handshake from her and also an autograph and the best part is she remember every time that we meet. Then she start to grab a microphone and start to speak. Shizu, thank you everyone for coming to this concert today and I really happy about it and Toda, before Shisu. LD finish there was a siren announcing everywhere in City J. Siren announcement. There is a monster called themselves Sea Folk start attacking City J so please go to evacuation shelter. What the hell I do? Saint sacrifice my one in a lifetime free day off to watch Shizu-san concert, and those fucking monster are ruining everything. But suddenly there was a monster resembling a shark far away start to come and attacking this place. And everyone seeing that start to panic and run everywhere. Shizu, please everyone don't push each other and go to the evacuation shelter. She did not run away and stay here to guide everyone where to go. But before all the people get out of here there was a monster fall from the sky and stand on top of the stage out of nowhere. The monster looked down and see Shizu and was about to grab her so I decide to disappear and appear back with my mask on and my hair no longer messy wearing a black clothes holding a katana. Shizu Pav. I'm try to help everyone to the right way but suddenly the ground start to shake and I look behind and see a monster using a hand try to grab me. Shizu, am I going to die here? I said, frozen with fear. No, I cannot die now, I still need to pay my debt. To the unknown hero that helped me for my achievement and escape from those dark company that try to take advantage of me. Because of her I was able to escape from there and report it to the police. If she did not appear and help me, I don't know what going to happen to me and my body. And I still remember what she said about how she really liked my song and she really want to listen more, so that gave me a lot of motivation to continue my career as an idol. When the monster hand almost reaching me, I start to close my eye and prepare myself for things that going to happen to me. But suddenly nothing happened and there was a hand put on my back and another hand put on my head and I start open my and see someone wearing a mask that I recognize hugging me as the unknown hero. And I start to poke my head, look behind her back and see the monster that tried to grab me disappeared. The only thing remain is the monster two-leg. Unknown hero, I was just looking forward to listening to your song but that monster ruined everything. She said, and I start looking at her and make a smile face and about to thank her, but I start to realize something. Her chest is flat. I still remember the first time we met, back then her chest is not flat at all. Is she a man disguise herself as a woman? Shizu, Hun Hiro-san, are you by any chance a man? After hearing what I said, she start to look at her chest and realize it was flat and she started to let me go and turn her back on me and doing something. Unknown hero. Ah, sorry, it must be your imagination, she said and turned back at me and I can see her chest are no longer flat and about to leave. Then I start to realize something, her voice and the way she react and speak just now, it's remind me of a fan that I always see every time that I'm in public. Even though he have a long messy hair cover over his face, when I compare the two of their body it's look really similar and their hair color is the same, and I still remember his name Rimuru, so with a lot of question in mind I decide to speak. Shizu, Rimuru-kun, I said, and the hero stopped her step and turned back at me. Unknown hero. She did not say anything and I feel like she is making a shock face behind the mask and just disappear. That confirmed my suspicion, so she is not a woman but a man. Now thinking back, I still remember that time when I gave him a handshake he did, joking about inviting me to eat someth at his workplace at a gas station near city. Third person POV. In City J, a little bit far away from the concert, we can see someone start to appear in the tall building having a silver blue hair, wearing a mask, having a black clothes and holding a katana, start to kneel down on the floor and said, Rimuru, how is she able to find out who I am? He said, and the sky start raining. Far away from him there was explosion where the last sea monster chasing someone wearing a prisoner clothes. Third person POV. In the middle of the City J, we can see a monster jumping around from one building to another building, try to catching someone from behind. The race of the monster that we are looking at are called Seafolk. The last monster survivor after come attacking the land, even though his other Seafolk had fall down by the hero. He stand tall and defeat all the hero he have walk across. A few hours earlier, he had no name, but the Seafolk call him Deep Sea King, the one rule over the ocean. The moment he stepped on land, he had witnessed his seafolk get killed by a hero. He had walked across 3 heroes and defeating them with his own hand. The first hero that he defeat was Stinger, a Class A hero rank 11th. A single blow after seeing his brethren was wiped out by him. And the second hero that he defeat was Lighting Max, a Class A hero rank 20, after he got a feeling someone was watching him. The first thing he did was sneaking behind him and toy with him a little. But when Lighting Max told the Sea King to fight him, the Sea King granted him his wish by beating the living shit out of him, then throw high out from the 20th floor while holding back. From your point of view, Lighting Max probably just going to fall down to his death, but luckily he was saved by someone catching him from below. Puri. Prisoner was able to catch him in time after seeing the blinding light from one of the building, putting Lighting Max on the ground so he can get some rest next to Stinger, who were getting defeated by the Deep Sea King earlier. And right behind him was Sonic, a fellow prisoner who escaped with him after seeing Puri. Prisoner got a report about monster attacking City J. When the two prisoner in the middle of talking, the Deep Sea King jumping down from the building crashing to the ground make the other two looking at his direction. Sea King, well, more soldier have come for me. My goodness, why fingers start to feel twitching, he said and start to walk towards the two. Puri prisoner. Oh my, the pressure of power that I feeling from him is pretty large. Stand back, Sonic dear, are you mig? Get hurt, he said and stand right in front of the Deep Sea King with confidence. Sonic, Fool, I'm not here to fighting alongside you, I'm only here because I want to watch a fight between demon-level monster and Class S hero. But sure, why not, I will just going to stand here and watch how it go, he thought to himself while the Deep Sea King walking closer. Puri prisoner, this one looks strong. Let's see how strong you are when I use 50% of my power, he said in his mind and flex his muscle causing his white t-shirt with a pink heart to rip apart. When Puri prisoner seen his t-shirt was completely destroyed, he blamed the Deep Sea King for responsible for it. But Sea King doesn't have any none of it, then he punch him on the face, and Puri prisoner recover back and looking at him respond back with the same blow make the Sea King jaw bending to the wrong direction. With a little bit of surprise on the Deep Sea King face, Puri prisoner give him another pun send him a few feet away. Sea King, I felt that just a little, he said standing back up with his jaw back to normal and his injury heal. Puri prisoner, I felt that too just a little, he said and sneezed blood out from his nose. Back to present, Puri prisoner stuck in one of the building after taking multiple killing blow from the Sea King. As for Sonic, he was trying to escape from the monster who was chasing him from behind. At first he was planning on fighting the Deep Sea King head-on with his overwhelming speed. But he changed his mind after the rain falling down caused the Deep Sea King transforma. Tion growing 20 meters tall with a speed almost surpasses his and along with incredible strength. So for now he need to retreat back to his house to get his weapon to face this monster. At the evacuation shelter, Rimuru Pav, shit, why things have to get more worse than this? Among all the places that sea creature had to go, why it had to be the evacuation shelter? When I arrive inside, the first thing I noticed was 3 hero was defeated by that monster, one of them was stuck on the ceiling with his whole face beating up, and another guy sent flying from the shelter, and for another guy his whole our body was completely gone and he lose both of his arm. It's a good thing that he is a cyborg, they can just fix him back to normal. Sea King, is that all you got, you little monkey, he said raising bow. Of his arm with his razor blade finger claw try to make everyone in the shelter even more scared. Rimuru, oi, who are you calling a monkey? Then how about you look like a stripper who escape from the ocean from getting clapped from other seafolk, and why are you putting a heart tape on your nipple? Do you even have nipple in the first place? I stand right in front of him and roast the Sea King after hearing what he said to the people here who is already scared from his look, from the way he's speaking it's make me realize that this Sea King is racist as fuck. Sea King, ho, you dare stand against me, human. But do you think you can get away from me after that insult? He yelled with his body began to grow bigger and his razor fingernail and teeth getting sharper and longer. Rimuru, oh believe me, I'd love to turn that evil smile of your upside down, but too bad someone already going to stand up against you, I said and staring at a hole on the ceiling of the shelter then the Sea King looking at the same direction seeing Genos standing up there analyzing the surrounding. Then he jumped down with his back on me then said, Genos, you are the unknown masked hero, correct? He said to me while glancing at the Sea King. Rimuru, yeah, if that Sea King is too much for you to handle, you can count on me to step in for help. I said to him and turned my back walking to the people who was nervous in fear letting them to the exit. Genos, so you are the last seafolk, from what I see you are the leader of this invasion. He said and power his right arm prepare for a deadly attack. Sea King, and what if I am? Do you think you can stop me by just sending a mere soldier to? Genos cut him off before he could say more. Genos, I'm here to exterminate you, he said then jumped straight to Sea King punching him on the face. And his right arm releasing a power blast destroy everything right in front of him. And what remained was a giant hole on the wall where the Sea King supposed to stand nowhere to be seen. And the people trying to go to the exit stop on moving and stunned on what they were seeing. Well I could not blame them, Genos just take down that Sea King with a single blow. From every one point of view, the Sea King probably already dead with that blast energy, but I know full well that that is not enough to take him down. Genos, target had eliminated, was that the last of them? He said and turned his head looked to everyone behind him who was cheering for his victory. And Genos standing still thinking on what to do next, then I start to look from his behind and zoom in and see the Sea King is still alive. And his expression, I think he is really pissed off. Then I scream to Genos. Rimuru, don't let your guard down, that freak is still alive. On hearing what I just said, Genos turned his head around and see the Sea King ran towards him trying to grab his head. With quick reflex, Genos was able to dodging from his grasp and kick him away to the ceiling, then he turned his head looking everyone and yelled. Genos. Everyone please escape to the exit now, I don't know that I even capable of defeating this thing, so get out of here while I'm still alive. With that word, everyone began to scram to the exit. As for me, I'm just standing here watching Genos jumping up punching the Sea King who was stuck in the ceiling, and I make sure the civilian did not get hurt from this battle. But out of the sudden, I start to detect someone walking towards me and did not try to escape to the exit. Then I turned my head and see someone walking towards me who is the sole reason I stay in this world as a vacation. Rimuru. Lady Shizu. Hearing me said her name, she stopping her step taking a deep breath and said. Shizu, thank you for saving me and other people in the concert, we owe you our life, she said and gave me a 60-degree bow. Rimuru. Why yo you don't not need to mention it, I would save everyone who was in danger, I said and feel nervous on standing close and hearing her sweet voice. Shizu, and you also saved me from other time, when I was under that corrupted company rule, they was planning on using my body for the rich client to earn more money, when I was about to lose hope. You step in then save me and destroy the company that have a lot of victims before me, so from the bottom of my heart, I am truly grateful. Rimuru, you do not need to thank me, and I'm Ray. LLY glad that I was able to save you in time, I said and make bright smile for her to see. But too bad I'm wearing a mask, and I don't want anyone to know I was the mask hero, not even Shizu. In middle of our conversation, the two fighters crashing to the ground exchange each other blow for blow. Then there was a kid ran past me and Shizu standing right in front of the fight and yell. Little girl, please defeat that monster. My friend have died because of them. Hearing the girl voice, the Sea King turned his head looking at her direction and see me right behind her with Shizu next to me. Remember the time what I said to him back then, the Sea King started to feel more angry and gather a lot of acid in his mouth and spit it out to our directions like a rainfall. Seeing what the Sea King did, Genos dodging another of his attack then gave him a kick and ran towards the little girl to cover her with his body. But that is not necessary, because I already made a barrier to block all the acid from going through. But Genos unaware about the barrier turned his head raising his palm to the acid direction and fire powerful blast destroy all the acid and knock the Sea King out from the building. He little girl still on his embrace open her eyes looking at Genos' face, and see he was about to run out of energy. Little girl. Sir, I did not mean to interrupt your concentration on the battle. I'm sorry, she said and began to cry. Then I walking to the two and said, Rimuru, you do not need to worry little girl, he is not going to die, I said then take the little girl giving to Shizu to hold. I crouching down to Genos' level and asked, Rimuru, how many more of that blast power you can fire? Genos, 3, I can only fire 3 more. Rimuru, I see, no wonder you're so tired right now, Imaya. And I did see you fire that blast almost 20 times on the top of the building fighting that Sea King, don't worry I'll take it from here, I said and stand back up walking through the hole of the wall where the Sea King got sent flying out. And right in front of me was the Sea King tried to stand back up, and right behind a little far from him was the civilian that escaped from the shelter building earlier tried to run away. And right in front of them was a man riding a bike he wears an armored suit, with brown armor covering his torso and shoulders. He has a black leather suit under the armor, black gauntlets, and knee pads. He also has a green bicycle helmet and dark shaded goggles standing between both sides look at the Sea King. Wait I remember that guy, what's he call again? Oh yeah right, they call him Moomin Rider. And his name was Satoru. Yeah the same name when I was a human before I got reincarnated. But is he seriously going to fight that thing? But from what I remember, he doesn't have the strength or skill to be a hero. But his passion to be one is really strong. With the rain falling down on the Sea King body, he's standing back up with full recovery from the injury by that blast earlier. Sea King, full recover. Now where is that damn insect earlier? He said and looking around and see Moomin Rider stand right in front of him, and right behind he could see a lot of human looking at his direction and some try to run away. Sea King, never mind, eat first then kill later. With that word the Sea King began to take a few steps, but Moomin Rider blocking his way preparing his fighting stand. He is really brave, but every single of his attack is nothing but tickle to the Sea King, but it doesn't matter how many times he got knocked down. Moomin Rider continued to stand back up fighting the Sea King again. Now he even tried to tackle him. But, Sea King, are you seriously going to continue this meaningless act? he said and grabbed Moomin Rider's shoulder. Throw him away. Satoru. No one expect much, but not for me. They think a Class C hero. Man, what is he yapping about? I know some of his word is really touching, but is he seriously going to give a hard speech in a time like this? Sea King, enough of your rambling. Time to finish you off, he said and looking down on him. Then the civilian still under the rainfall behind Moomin Rider began to cheer him on. Civilian kid, you can do it, Moomin Rider, defeat him. That weird monster. Civilian 1, yes you can do it. Civilian 2, Sir Moomin Rider. With the civilian cheering him on, Moomin Rider heart start to beating really fast, then he attacking the Sea King with his powerful punch to take him down with a single blow. But, bam, the Sea King punch him away, send him flying. Well, I did not expect much, I know the outcome will end up like this. Then someone caught Moomin Rider before he falling to the ground. That person having a shiny bald head. Wait, is that Saitama? How did he get here? I did not even notice him. Seal, less than because you only focus your perception on the Sea King and Moomin Rider, I guess even his speech touching your heart is well greater than. Rimuru, less than no, that's not it, the way he speaks is only just remind me of something that's all greater than. Seal, less than oh. Then I must be imagining it, of seeing you imagine yourself standing there giving that speech like a hero greater than. Rimuru, less than. Seal, less than hey don't be shy, you should already know that there's nobody know you better than me greater than. Ignoring my own embarrassment, I looking down again and see someone right behind Saitama. He had a black hair and red crimson eye wearing a black business suit. Wait, Zejin, why is he here as well? I hope he did not see me, and call me master right in front of everyone. With those two here, there's no need for me to step in, I should get out of here fast. With that in mind I began to teleport back home. But damn, I spent 30% of this month's salary to watch Shizu music concert just to get interrupted by those sea monster. I swear the next time I see those sea folk again, I will turn them into barbecue or sushi. Half an hour earlier, third person Pav. After getting dropped off by Moomin Rider, Saitama began to looking for a naked person that he see ran past just to walk across Zejin, who was trying to buy tuna in a shopping mall. But because of the monster attack the mall had closed for today. Saitama, hey, have you seen a naked butt person ran past here? Zejin, if you, talking about that black hair skinny guy, he already gone far away in that direction, he said and pointed his finger where Sonic ran off after escaping from the Sea King. Saitama, sigh I'm pretty s. You're I seen that guy that ran off face somewhere, he said and scratching his shiny bald head and about to leave. Then he sees a flip phone on the ground that belonged to Moomin Rider, who had riding his bike to where the monster a while ago. Then the phone began to ring, Saitama pick up the phone answer the call, the person behind the connection belonged to the executive of the Hero Association. With a FAW talk with them and understand how bad the situation is, the Hero Association gave him the location where the Sea King is, and Zejin heard everything from the phone call want to tag along so they ran to the evacuation shelter. Back to present, Saitama putting Moomin Rider on the ground so he can get some rest after get defeat by the Sea King, then he looked straight and see the Sea King glaring at him. Sea King, huh, two more piece of garbage stand against me. Ignoring the Sea King word, Saitama began to looking around again and see Gino standing on the evacuation shelter looking at him with a smile of relief knowing the Sea King is done for. Saitama, since nobody got hurt too much, it's time for me to deal with this sea freak whatever it's called. Hearing what Saitama said, the Sea King was furious and appear right behind Saitama trying to punch him on the back. Sea King, I heard that. But then Zejin appear right in front of the Sea King blocking his blow with his forearm, with the tact connect it creates a shockwave pushing out the rain from the surrounding away. Zejin, sorry, but it's kinda rude attacking someone from behind like this, he said then the Sea King pulled his punch away. Sea King, impressive, you are still standing even after one of my punch, clearly you are stronger than the other fighter that I have walked across, he said stand tower over Zejin and Saitama after turn around looking at him. Saitama, I think that because your punch don't have any power behind it. Then the surrounding civilian who was watching began to question who are the two people stepping in confront the Sea King. Then the Sea King began to tell the origin of the ocean to them, and why he is the one who ruled over Earth. Zejin began to feel interesting of the story from the Sea King. But Saitama on the other hand doesn't feel like on listen to this at all. Sea King, in other words as the ruler of the sea, I am the absolute peak of living being in this world, define me at M. Ian, he was about to say more but was cut off by Saitama. Saitama. Yeah, I heard you, so let's just get this over with, he said while poking his ear. On hearing his word, the Sea King was furious and gives Saitama his most deadly powerful punch to finish him off with a single blow. But his attack was miss and Saitama stepped right in front of Sea King, punching him on the stomach created a shockwave pushing all the rainfall back to the sky. The people watching were stunned. Not only that, he defeated the Sea King with a single blow. Then they are cheering for their safety. Zejin still Lu, King to the Sky turned his head looked at Saitama and said. Zejin, impressive, you just send all the falling rain back home with that punch of your. Saitama, don't mention it, that attack of your from yesterday was impressive too. But then there was a phone ring from Zejin pocket, then he's take it out from the pocket and see a message on the phone that he just learned how to use not long ago. He messages from someone that he put the name, my lord. In the message of the phone it said come back home. Without wasting time he said goodbye to Saitama and ran back to City Z without looking back. Next day later, Shizu Pav. The invasion from the sea folk is finally over on last night. Now I am standing right in front of City Z, where is famous about monster come out attack every day. People use live here call this place the ghost city. That's why nobody wants to live here and move out somewhere else. But now is not the time for me to thinking about ghosts fairy tale, take out my phone look at a map on an app. I was able to locate the only 7-Eleven gas station in City Z. Shizu, thank goodness the 7-Eleven is right between City Z and City Y, otherwise I have to walk into the city alone with nobody around. The only thing that I bring with is a pepper spray, and a taser gun, some water and lunch inside my backpack. And I am wearing a black long shirt and long pants, along with a black glasses and hat. And a white mask so anyone I walk across doesn't know who I am. I mean I'm a pop star idol, where most of my song is everywhere. Without the mask and glasses people can recognize me easily. After almost half an hour of searching by using the map app, I was able to locate the 7-Eleven gas station where Rimuru working at. After ready myself, I step inside looking around, then I see the person that I'm looking for. With long blue messy hair cover his face, and wearing a 7-Eleven uniform. Rimuru, but now he is busy checking stuff that the customer buy. So just like any other suspicious person do, I'm hiding behind the wall peeking on their conversation. Rimuru, so the thing you buying is, a big size condom, and a strong sleeping pill, a bunch of candy, a lot of baby oil, sorry but I'm not trying to be rude or anything. But may I know why you are buying this stuff? Customer, Rimuru. The two of them were silent for a second, then, Rimuru grabbing a shotgun from the counter pointing at the customer's forehead and said, Rimuru, get the fuck out of this 7-Eleven. Just like that the customer ran off with his tail behind his leg. Rimuru, damn, can I at least have a normal cust? Omer for one day, he said sitting back on his chair looking at the ceiling. After seeing that, I grabbing a bubble gum then walking to the counter putting the gum on the table. Rimuru, he did not look at me and still staring at the ceiling. It would seem he doesn't notice me yet, probably in a deep thought. Then I'm making a coughing noise grabbing his attention, and his eyes turn seeing me right in front of him. He start to freak out falling off from the chair. Rimuru, ah, he screamed with his butt falling on the floor. Then he stands back up looking at me with a boat and said, Rimuru, sorry I did not notice you. So what would you like to buy today? He asked me then I point my finger on the bubble gum on the table. Seeing what's on the table, he bowed to me again and said, Rimuru, oh that would be 80 yen. Then I take out my phone scanning the QR code paying the money. But is he serious not recognizing me? I guess they are right about this disguise, nobody will recognize you while wearing this. Then he handed me the bubble gum along with a certificate paper. Shizu, thank you. On hearing my voice his body froze. Then he raised his head up and make eye contact with me. Rimuru, that voice, it couldn't be. Then I take my mask glass and hat off to show him my face. He stands still like a statue looking at me, and I'm pretty sure I can hear his heartbeat really fast. Rimuru, Shizu, what are you doing here in a dangerous place like this? He said then I put my finger on his lip and whisper quietly to his ear. Shizu, I'm here to meet my biggest fan and savior, can I go to your place so we can talk? Seeing how the way I whispered to his ears seductively, his whole entire face began to turn red with embarrassment and he speak back to me with a shaky voice. Rimuru. Yo uuca. Can't just walk in and asking me to take you to my place like that. Also my time shift is not over yet, he said and take a few steps away from me. Shizu. Oh, can you tell me the time your shift is over? Rimuru. 3 p.m. Shizu. That's all right, now it's only 12:42 p.m, I can wait a little longer, I said and walk inside. The counter sits next to him. For the next few hours nothing happened. The only thing happened is Rimuru taking a few glances looking at me, then turn his head back away after I looking back at him. And I'm going to say, this job is kinda suck, just sitting here doing nothing. For the past 10 hours is not something I imagine for someone like Mask Hero will be doing every day. If it were someone else, they will begin to developing depression. Then when the time hit 3 p.m, Rimuru began to pack everything belonged to him and ran off not waiting for the next shift to arrive. Seeing what he did, I ran outside and screamed, Shizu, are you going to leave a weak girl like me here alone? Where monster can show up any time? Hearing what I said, he stopped running and walked back to me, grabbed my hand and take me to his place. After almost half an hour of walking, we have arrived to his apartment. Shizu, this apartment looks nice, but I could not say the same for other apartment we have walk across. Then we start to walking to upper floor by a stair with our foot. On our way I asked him a few questions. Shizu, is there someone else live in this building? I questioned him, then he answered back to me. Rimuru, I had two neighbor next door, one is a cyborg and another one is a bald guy. And I have a roommate staying in the same room with me. On hearing that last word my heart started to feel little hurt for some reason. Shizu, I see, but may I know about your roommate? Rimuru, what do you want to know about my roommate? Shizu, oh it's nothing, I just want to know that your roommate is a she or he. Rimuru, my roommate is a man, he moved into my place not long ago. On hearing his answer, I start to feel really happy for unknown reason. Is it because his roommate is a man, or it's because I have a feeling for him? I think it's probably both. I do have feeling for him. But back then I only admired him because I thought he was a woman after he rescued me from that corrupted company. But last night after the monster attacking my concert, where I should be singing for my fan came to watch, I discovered he is a man not a woman. So my feeling of respect have changed to love. Standing right in front of his apartment door, before he can open the door, it starts to open itself. And behind the door was a man with black hair and crimson eyes wearing a housekeeping uniform with a plunger on his hand. Zejin, my lord, your lunch is ready on the table, he said letting us go inside. But why is he call him lord, and I'm pretty sure he is the same person from last night's stand against that Sea King, and he also said that his neighbor is a cyborg and a guy with a bald head. They must be the S-class hero Genos and Saitama who once shot the Deep Sea King with a single blow. Then there's no doubt that Rimuru is the mask hero. His room is clean, there are a closet table and futon. Everything you need living in an apartment. But why do I feel empty when I step inside? There's nothing much in here. Why do I have the feeling he did not spend any of his money on buying anything to decorate his room? He also have a stable job. He earned 80,000 yen every month. There's no way he doesn't have enough money to decorate his own room. Where did he spend all of his money on? Rimuru, Zejin, after you finish cleaning please take her out from City Z, I'm going to sleep. Shizu, what? I thought we're going to have a conversation after you bring me here. Rimuru, Isan I bring you here because I don't want you to die on your way back. Shizu, then why didn't you take me out from City Z? Why you bring me here first and let your roommate take me out from here? Rimuru, it's simple really. I don't want people see me walking next to you. You are famous, people can recognize you easily, that's why I lets my friend here to become the center of the internet question and not me. Shizu, I thought you liked me, you even came to get my autograph every time I'm in public, and happy when you touching my hand, I said with a shaky voice and cry. I said to him with my body shaking, I don't know why. But this emotion feeling of love is too much for me to handle. All the feeling I have for him, love, gratitude, respect and much more that I have for him is too much. But most of the feeling that I'm experiencing right now, doesn't belong to me, it feel like, it's from my previous life. On the day when I discovered about Rimuru and the mask hero is the same person, I began to develop feeling for him along with other emotion that shouldn't belong to me. Then I passed out right in front of him. It's so dark, what happened to me? Oh right, I passed out right in front of Slime-san. Wait, who is Slime-san? I don't remember call anyone with that name before. I open my eyes and staring at the ceiling. Shizu, it doesn't look like my room. Zejin, you finally awake. My master told me you can rest here for tonight, tomorrow morning I will take you back home. Hearing his voice, I turned my head and see Sir Zejin, the same person stand against the Sea King. Sitting in one place staring at me. Shizu, sorry but did I do something wrong, why are you glaring at me like that, it made me feel uncomfortable. On hearing my question, he closing his eyes opened back again and said. Zejin, it's because I want to know why my master was so attractive to you so much. Shizu, I looked at him with a confused face. Seeing how confused I am, he stand back up and said. Zejin, follow me I will show you, he said then I start to follow him. Shizu, sorry but where is Rimuru? Zejin, my master is outside doing his business, he said and stopped right in front of a wall. Shizu, a wall. Then he put his hand right in front of the wall grabbing something, then it began to twitch and changing into a door. Zejin, open it and go inside, then you will understand. With that word I opened the door and stepped inside. Inside was a lot of collection of me. There are body pillows of me, a glass and hat having my face in it, and there's a lot more that I will have a hard time to count. And the one grab most of my attention is a doll, not just any doll. The one that should be banned a long time ago. The reason, it's simple really, this doll underwear is removable. I thought every single one of this doll, already gone from the face of this earth. But he have one, how? Then I began to hear the apartment front door open with footsteps stepping inside. Rimuru, hey I just got a good deal today. I just buy this 6-box full of pizza with 60% discount. Zejin, Rimuru, third person Pav. Rimuru stands still like a rock after seeing the illusion that he put on the door was completely gone. And the door was open. Rimuru, Zejin, where is Shizu? Zejin, she is inside this room my lord, he said and pointed his finger to the same room that Rimuru put the illusion on. Then Shizu stepped outside from the room with dark expression and said. Shizu, Rimuru, why are you having this doll? She said and hold a doll of her with removable underwear. Rimuru, we welda. That he cannot make any word come out from his mouth. Shizu, also from the number tag on this doll, this is the first doll come out from the factory, so that means you are the first person buying this type of doll. With nowhere to escape, Rimuru dropped all the pizza from his hand. Then doing Dageza right in front of Shizu and said, Rimuru, I'm sorry, the reason I'm doing all of this because I love you. Shizu, then let's be a lover. Rimuru, Rimuru Pav. Shizu, then let's be a lover. Rimuru, that is the only thing I can say out from my mouth, I mean, a lover, me and her. How did it happen, and why it comes to this? It's all because Zejin fault. Why is he had to open that damn door, and now Shizu had seen everything in there, all my secret, and what kind of creep I am to her. I mean I have every single collection of her, even the one that she doesn't want to exists in the world. But now is not the time to think about anything else, I need to respond back to her. Rimuru, what do you mean lover? I respond back to her, even though she is making an angry face, I can see her ear a little bit red. Shizu, just like what you heard, you and I, from now on going to be a couple, she said to me with a serious face. But, Seal, less than she is so embarrassed from inside, she even wanted to crawl inside a hole in the ground so no one will find her greater than. Rimuru, less than you don't have to say it. I also can see her soul emotion greater than. Seal, less than hey, are you going to say yes to her master? This is what you want right? Greater than. Rimuru, less than of course I want to be with her, but she is an idol, if people see me and her together. All of her fan will get really upset greater than. Seal, less than just dress beautiful like a woman, people will think you two are friends not a lover greater than. Rimuru, less than thank for the advice, partner greater than. While still kneeling down right in front of Shizu, I stand back up and looking at her in the eye and said. Rimuru, what about your fan? You know what will happen when people find out you have a boyfriend. Shizu, I know, I can just quit. The only reason I became an idol because you said to me how beautiful my song is, and how you want to listen more, that is why I became a pop star to release why songs so you can hear from the internet. Rimuru, because of me. But we never met before I could say more Shizu put her finger on my lip and said. Shizu, don't play dumb, I already know you are the unknown mask hero. Hearing what she said, I was quite speechless. The reason she want to be a pop star because of me. Then there's no problem with me going out with her, and she even know that I'm the mask hero. Rimuru. Alright, we can be a couple. Now it's only 6 evening, we can go out for a walk, but you need to take a shower first, you can use our bathroom. Shizu. I'm happy to hear you accept my feeling. And also you need to clean up that hair of your, it's so messy, she said and walked into the bathroom. Then I turned my head, looked at Zejin, who was watching our conversation like watching a drama movie. From his expression, I think he have a question to ask me for quite some time now. Rimuru. What's wrong, Zejin? Is there something you want to talk about? Hearing my question, Zejin closing his eyes open again, kneeling down and said, Zejin, my lord, my loyalty to you is always absolute, but when you molds my body into a human by letting a black cocoon cover my body. I have lost conscious for a fleet second. When I regained conscious again, my body has changed into a human, everything feel normal, but, at the same time I feel like this body is not mine. He paused. D for a second, then raised his head up looking at me and said, Zejin, may I know, where is my original body? Well, I'm not that surprised, I know he will find out sooner or later. Rimuru, your original body is in my subspace, sorry. But the power we wielding is too much for this world to handle. I don't want us to end up destroying this whole universe by just getting stressed, and the body that you and I are using are only strong as legend grade, and there are limited of power our body can handle, so fight with restraint or otherwise your body will fall apart. Zejin, I understood, thank you for telling me, my lord, he said and bowed to me. After clean myself by using magic, I wearing a white t-shirt having a logo of slime with long black panda blue slipper. As for my hair, I'm just going to let it remain messy to cover my face. Then Shizu come out from the changing room after finish putting makeup, walked towards me and froze after seeing what I was wearing on going out with her. Shizu, Rimuru, what are you wearing? Rimuru, oh it's my casual clothes, do you like it? She's definitely not liking it. I mean, I only have a few clothes inside my closet, and this is the best one I have right now. I can just use material creation to make a new clothes, but every single clothes I create looking too fancy for me to wear on the street, that's why I have to wear this. Shizu, you don't have any other clothes to wear? Rimuru, yeah kinda, this is the only best one I could find. Shizu, alright, on our way, we can stop on the mall to get you some new clothes. With that, me and Shizu stepping out from my apartment, walking to the other city to our first date. On our way, we have walked across a few monsters trying to attacking us, but I have deal with them easily, but among all the monsters I have killed, there was a cute monster look like a teddy bear walking slowly. Shizu, seeing how cute the monster is, started walking closer to pet it. But, when she's stepping closer to his range, the small teddy bear had turned into its true form with disgusted body opening his mouth wide open trying to devour her. Before Shizu was getting eat, the monster stopped his movement, falling to the ground. The monster have died. Because I use instant death on him before he could eat her. Even without my help earlier, she will just going to be fine, because I already put a barrier around after we stepped out from my apartment. The purpose of the barrier is, deflect any attack back to the attacker with 10 times more powerful. Rimuru, you should be careful on what kind of creature you should petting, I said to her with a smirk look on my face. Seeing my expression, Shizu standing back up from the ground then complained. Shizu, I was about to getting eat by a monster, can you at least feel a little bit worried about me, she said and swing the 2 weak arms of her on me. Even though her personality was different from the one I know in the central world, but no matter how I look at it, she is still Shizu Izawa. The first person I have feeling with, and also my destined one. Rimuru, alright, you do not need to be that angry, come on, I know a ramen store that you might liked, I said and grabbing her hand then used teleportation on ourselves to teleport on a corner of the building near the ramen store. Rimuru, we are here, come on let's go, the ramen store is right over. I stopped after seeing Shizu face doesn't look well. Rimuru, Shizu-san, are you okay? I said and patting her on the back. Shizu, my stomach doesn't feel well after you using teleportation on ours elves to transport us here, she said and take a few steps then she puke on the floor. Rimuru, I'm sorry, I will be careful next time, I said and give her some support on walking to a girl's restroom nearby. When she came out from the restroom, we began to walk to the ramen store and go inside. When we step in, there are already 2 people sitting there eating ramen, the first person having a never am I. I don't want to spend my time describing his look, he is the guy that getting beating up by the Sea King yesterday last night. Satoru. And the second person is having a shiny bald head, that same guy. Punching making a hole on the Sea King chest. Saitama. When they seeing us walk inside, Saitama is the one greeting us first. Saitama. Hey man, it's the first time seeing you outside, except for that working place of your, he said while eating ramen. Rimuru. Yeah, I changing my shift working on morning, so I have a little bit more time walking around besides sleeping. Saitama. Cool, come in and sit, this old man ramen is really good. Old man. Hey you, I'm not that old. Then the 2 of us go inside taking our own seat. When I was about to order 2 bowl of ramen, Shizu stopped me and order a big bowl ramen for us to eat together. Saitama. Hey Rimuru, he called me after seeing me and Shizu eating big bowl of ramen together. Rimuru. Huh, Saitama. The girl sitting next to you, who is she? On hearing Saitama question, Satoru. The one sitting next to Saitama answering for me. Satoru. She is a pop star idol, Shizu Izawa, you probably heard her music time to time on your day as a hero, EV. And I have 12 of her music in my phone, he said take his phone out playing her music for us to hear. Saitama. I see, no wonder her face was familiar, probably from the TV that I watch, he said and continued eating his bowl of ramen. Then I start to notice paper on his pocket so I asked. Rimuru. Hey, what is that on your pocket? I said and point my finger on his pocket then he'd take it out and said. Saitama. Oh this is a promotion paper that I received from the Hero Association, now my class has climb up from C to B, but the downside is I am at the bottom of the B class. Shizu. That is really amazing. Congratulations Sir Saitama, she said and clapped her hands so me and Satoru doing the same to congratulate him. And Saitama with a rock expression, only give a single, thank. Saitama. Anyway, what is your relationship with Shizu? The pop star, are you 2 dating or something? On hearing Saitama word, Shizu making a smile face grabbing my arm and said. Shizu, you guess correct Sir Saitama. Me and Rimuru from now on going to be a girlfriend and boyfriend. Satoru was choked from drinking tea after hearing what Shizu said. Satoru. Are you sure Miss Shizu, are you not worried about it going to affect your career as an idol? Quote, Shizu. I'm not really worried about it that much, tomorrow I will release my final song, and retire from my career as a pop star, drinking her coke that she got from the old man then continue. Shizu, and I also need to apologize to my fan on the internet that been supporting me for year, and tell them the reason why I want to retire because of love. Oru. I think that probably going to be tough for you, I'm not a J-pop myself like you, but I know it's going to be tough for your fan, some of them probably doesn't accept your explanation. Rimuru. Don't worry about it. If things got tough for her, I will help her from the background. Satoru. Are you sure, the moment she steps down from her career as an idol, her hater will begin to attacking her on the internet? Saitama. You don't need to worry that much man, despite his feminine look, Rimuru can take down a whole company by expose their dark secret, tracking down her hater is nothing to him. Satoru. Is it true Sir Rimuru? Rimuru. Yeah it's true, a few years ago when Saitama still having hair got rejected by some company, so I begin to digging dirt that I could find from the internet and dark web to expose them. Saitama. When that company suddenly gone bankrupt, I was really confused till I go hang out in Rimuru place and see his computer that I realize he is the one responsible. For it, he pause for second and start to remember something. Then he look at Shizu face and realize. Saitama. Now I remember where I see your face, you are the girl that wearing a pink bikini that I saw in Rimuru computer. On hearing his word, my whole entire body froze with fear. Without thinking I turned my head looking at Shizu slowly, her expression how should I put it? Demonic, like a devil tried to swallow me whole. Shizu. My, that was quite a good information you gave me there Sir Saitama, then she looking at me, and continued. Shizu. As for you, next time you do not need to admire me from a photo. You can see it in person, if you just ask nicely. She said to me with a smile face that didn't reach her eye, from her tone of speaking it made me feel like there is a lot of threat behind every single word. Rimuru. Yes ma'am, I said and continue eating our ramen with one hell of awkward silence. 3 days later. It's already been 3 days after me and Shizu officially became a couple. after she announced her retired on the internet. A lot of people in Japan did not take the news lightly, but with my partner Seal, my greatest cheating code, I was able to take care the people that try to attacking her on the internet before they making their move, and Shizu have changing her living location on City Z, on an apartment as me next to my room. Ding, ding, on hearing the doorbell, Zejin stop playing a game of chess with me and go open the door. Shizu Pav. Hello there, it had been quite some time after me moving living in this apartment, tracking down the owner of T. His apartment is not really easy after I try to pay the bill on living in this place. When I find him and told him that I want to live in a room next to Rimuru, the owner of this building just simply said, you can live there for free. I don't want nothing to do with that city anymore, so go ahead live in that place. So just like any person hearing the word free, I'm making a deal with the owner to transfer the property of that building to me. And the process, completely successful. Now, if by some chance Rimuru and Saitama making me angry, I can easily kick them out. But you know me, I am not a type of person doing something terrible to my boyfriend, even though Sir Saitama doesn't show much emotion on his face, he is a pretty chill person, so there's no reason for me to kick my boyfriend and his best friend out from this building just for some unknown ridiculous reason. Stand right in front of Rimuru apartment door, I start to knock and a few seconds later, Sir Zejin, a person always call Rimuru master and lord opened the door and let me inside. Sitting on the floor right in front of Rimuru, I put the apple pie that I made on the table and said, Shizu, that hair looked good on you, I sigh. D to him after seeing his hair are no longer messy. Rimuru, I don't have any choice, you threaten me on kicking me out from the apartment that I've been living in for year. Shizu, anyway, I have more apple pie in my room. So where is Sir Saitama and Sir Genos? I want to share this with them. Rimuru, I don't know, hey Zejin, do you know where those two went? Zejin, I heard them saying about going to a dojo meeting someone. Rimuru, now you got your answer. Then Sir Zejin go inside the kitchen getting some plate putting on the table, then I cut the apple pie into 3 pieces and give to each other equally to eat. When we was about to finish eating, the surrounding began to shaking violently with loud explosion. Is this some kind of earthquake? No, that's not it, with the loud explode so. Und earlier it must be a nuclear bomb exploding on a city nearby. Going outside from the room and ran towards the top of the building, I start to looking around and something gigantic on top of City A. A gigantic alien spaceship, and from below was completely chaos. The City A was destroyed like dropping 1,000 or 100,000 bomb from the sky. Shizu, that is really terrible, the people there, are they still alive? I said with a tremble voice using my hand to cover my mouth after seeing what kind of destruction that I just witnessed right in front of me. Rimuru, the people that got caught in the explosion, only less than 10% of them is still alive after that explosion. Hearing his voice, I turn my head looking at him and see Rimuru having a dark look like he ready to tear someone apart. Rimuru, Shizu-san, please stay and look after this place, me and Zejin will go deal with the person responsible for the destruction of City A. He said, then changing into his female form with his katana on his hip along with the mask on his face. And his clothes had changed into his hero uniform. Rimuru, ready, Zejin, of course, my lord. With that word, the two of them were gone by ran towards that place. Ace with a speed that I could not follow, and the shockwave from their speed almost blew me away. Rimuru Pav, damn it, how did it happen so suddenly? I shouldn't have turned my universe perception off every day. I know my universe perception with this weak version of my body caused me to feel a lot of headache, but if only I turn it on today I might see the invasion coming before the explosion happened. And I could prevent the destruction of City A. But now it's too late, most all of the people living there are gone from the explosion. When we arrived there, what awaiting us was the destruction of City A that are more terrifying from closer look. Rimuru, Zejin, go up there and deal with the person that responsible for this. I don't think I can control my emotion after what happened to this place. So I will deal with the one below fighting the S-class hero. Zejin, understood. With that he jumped into the spaceship to fulfill my order. When I arrive at the battle of the S-class fighting a NSTER look like humanoid with a body make from clay with a lot of multiple eye on his face. The monster are in a bad situation, kamikaze, known as the atomic samurai slashing that thing with his katana over 100 times in second, and bang. With the hero nickname Silver Fang along with Puri Puri prisoner keep attacking the monster with their fist and deflecting any attack from the monster as they can. And Bad known as Metal Bat joined the battle after finish the small version of that monster with a wing after discover their weakness. Rimuru. Less than Seal, are you there? Greater than. Seal. Less than yes master, I'm always here with you greater than. Rimuru. Less than can you do me a favor, suppressing every single attack that I'm going to release, so I don't end up destroying the world, and doesn't killing my opponent in a single attack greater than. Seal. Less than of course. That is easy for me master greater than. Rimuru. Less than good greater than. Without warning, I crash into the battle making the monster looking at my direction, so I kick it on the face sending that monster fly away. Bad. What? Who the hell? Why the hell you crash here and send that thing flying? I did not get the chance letting that monster taste my metal bat yet. Rimuru. Sorry for interrupt your battle, but can you please let me handle this one? I said and let them feel my killing aura to show them that I want to tear that monster apart from limb to limb. Bang who had walked across me 3 times after I arrived to this world as an unknown mask hero, almost understand how strong I am, walked towards me and put his hand on my shoulder and said. Bang. I don't know how much rage you feel right now, but you should not let rage consume you or otherwise you will end up regretting it later. On hearing his word, I start to take a deep breath trying to calm myself down, then I turned my head looking at the old man and said. Rimuru, thanks for your advice, so can you please let me deal with this, Sir Bang, I said to them with a smile behind my mask. Then Puri prisoner with his butt-naked body walked towards me and asked. Puri prisoner. I know how strong you are from the rumor that I heard, but, are you sure you want to fight that monster alone? Bad. Not to mention that thing have regenerated ability. The only way we can defeat it is to destroy a marbles inside that monster body. Rimuru. Good, I can relieve myself by squashing that monster flat over and over again, I said and ran toward to the direction where the monster land and ready my fist punching the monster flat like rat and use my katana cutting it into million pieces without landing a cut on the marbles in his body. Puri prisoner. Should we go help her? Kamikaze. She looked capable enough to deal with that monster alone, he said and observing how I swinging my sword. Bad. Damn it, I did not get the chance to let that monster taste my bat. And Bang just standing there looking at my direction, and observe how I punch the monster with a lot of rage from every single of my blow. Bang. I hope her rage did not turn her against humanity, he said then the 4 heroes just standing still watching how the battle between me and the monster go. Zejin Pav. I follow my master command to eliminate the person T. Had responsible of the destruction of City A, but for unknown reason, or you could say it was some kind of fate. I had ran across Saitama inside the spaceship, and almost attacking each other. Saitama. How did you get here anyway? He asked me after we agreeing on helping each other to find the control room. Zejin. My master told me to eliminate the leader of this spaceship, so if some by chance we're going to fighting it. Can you step aside and letting me deal with him? Saitama. Sure, why not? I also came here to taking down the leader of this spaceship, but since you are going to eliminate him, I can step aside. Then the 2 of us continue running inside this spaceship and taking down a few monster on the way. Then we see a door that Saitama believe is a control room, so I grabbing the handle of the door and try to open it just to find out it was locked. Zejin. The door is locked, I said and pulled the door again just to take out one big chunk of the wall along with the door. Saitama. I think you just broke it. Zejin. They destroy city along with the people that live in it, so there is no need for us to paying for the door. Saitama. You have a good point. Then there was a outspeaker sound we heard from the wall speaking to us. Garuganshoop. You there, do not go any further and return back where you came from immediately. Saitama. I would love to, but the 2 of us was kinda lost. And doesn't know where to go back. Is he serious using that trick on an intelligent alien, that blow up Cydia with this spaceship not long ago? Garuganshoop. OOS, so does that mean you are not plan on go any further and want to return back? Is that alien seriously just fall for it? That mean whoever behind that voice is not the leader of this spaceship, but if he is that dumb, then I should give it a try. Zejin. Yes, the 2 of us are lost, so if you so kind telling us the way, so we can return back. Garuganshoop. Yes, of course, just go into the right direction straight and you will see the exit. On hearing his word, me and Saitama looking at each other nodded, then go left direction where the control room should be. Garuganshoop. Wait, where are you going? You're going the wrong way. Zejin. No, We are going to the control room, so sit there waiting for us, we will be there soon. Third person Pav. Garuganshoop was really angry after he realized he was tricked by a human in this planet so easily. So he waiting there staring at the control room door, awaiting for the intruder walking in. For a second there was quiet, then the next the door was destroyed buzz open. Saitama, you're right, this is the control room. Zejin, sure, but the next time when you don't know where the direction is, just told me or otherwise we might end up get lost for real. Then the two looking at Garuganshoop, who was tower over them, with incredibly 3 times of their height, with the appearance like an octopus. Garuganshoop, you dare enter this place uninvited, and try to destroy our ship? He said with the surrounding rubble start to flow in the air and the wall began to crack. Then the rubble that flowing start to shoot at them with terrifying speed, piercing through. The wall like it was nothing causing the room full of dust. When the dust died down, Zejin and Saitama both of them covered with injury, and both their knees on the floor. Zejin, that attack was too powerful for my body to handle, he said and coughed out a lot of blood from his mouth. Saitama, that was telekinetic, never I imagined to experience this much pain in my life, he said with his whole entire body are full of hole. Garuganshoop, now you have seen human, the power of great Garuganshoop telekinetic, the strongest one in the universe. Saitama and Zejin, why the hell is his name so long, both of them said in unison. Causing Garuganshoop even more angry. So Garuganshoop start to use his super telekinetic gravitational wave, crushing Zejin and Saitama flat and their blood spread on the floor. Garuganshoop, ha ha, these humans are so weak than any creature I walk across. Lord Garuganshoop, preparations for the bombardment are nearly complete, the voice from the fire room start to speak to the control room. Garuganshoop, good, when it's complete, fire immediately, he said and turned his head looking at the control screen. Understood, the other side said and cut off the connection. Then Garuganshoop turned his head looking at the corp again, just to see everything was back to normal, the floor the ceiling doesn't look like was in a battle at all. Zejin, yo, you shouldn't take your time celebrating your victory. Hearing his voice, Garuganshoop turned his head looking at the direction where the voice came from and see all the other alien that should be with him are tied up together. And the worst part, the 2 that he thought was killed by his hand was standing there with no injury on their body at all. Saitama, that ability of yours was pretty cool, what was that call again, illusion? Zejin, yes, what you see earlier was just an illusion, that I create to let him see, on what he want to happen. Saitama, wow, even I was fooled by it. Garuganshoop, this can't be, he said and take a few step back. Then Zejin turned his head staring at Garuganshoop with his red glowing crimson eye and said. Zejin, now then, before I kill you, can you kindly tell me where your boss is? Somewhere below the giant spaceship. Third person Pav. Below the spaceship, we could see a monster fighting with Rimuru who keep punching him flat over and over again, nearly 100 times. Melzargard, the monster who'd been getting squashed by Rimuru like a tomato 100 times, trying to fight back but his attacker always got countered by Rimuru's own attack. And the worst part, Rimuru. You always avoiding hit his marbles inside his body every time his blade almost made contact with it, it's almost like Rimuru trying to using him as a punching bag to relieve his rage. But this time, Rimuru katana cutting him into small particle in less than a second, and what remain is his 4 marbles flowing in the air untouched. Rimuru, come on, the remainder of your 4 marbles are still in good condition. Don't tell me you cannot regenerate from it, he said trying to taunting the alien. Melzargard, don't underestimate me, human, he yelled and all of his remaining flesh that been cutting into small L particle began to gather in one place to regenerate his body. Rimuru, good, let's see how long you can endure the humiliation, and feeling despair, he said and walked towards Melzargard after he completely formed. When all of his small particle flesh was finished from regenerating. With a flash, Rimuru ran past through Melzargard's body with one of his marble in his hand. Melzargard, how did you? Rimuru, one down, he said and crushing the marble in his hand causing Melzargard falling to his knees with 2 of his eyes disappeared from his face. Rimuru, 3 to go, he said smile evilly towards Melzargard. Who start to fear on what kind of monster he was facing right in front of him. Inside the spaceship, Saitama Pav, that was kind of a bummer, that alien guy named Garugisuoop, whatever his name is. Did not open his mouth telling us where the location of his boss, so Zejin doesn't have any choice but to kill him instantly. Even though his mouth is shut, there are still 6 more alien who are still alive tied together by a rope here in this control room. When we ask them about their boss, they answer us immediately, as long we spare their life. And now we are running to the throne room, where the boss of the spaceship supposed to be. After those guy telling us everything they know, a few minutes of running we see a big door with a lot of ancient symbol, that I doesn't even know how to read it. Zejin, we are finally here. Saitama, are you sure this is the right room? Zejin, of course I'm sure, the aura that I feel behind this door is a lot stronger than any monster tea. Had I had walk across after I live with my lord. Saitama, oh, you mean Rimuru, then let's get this over with, I said and smashing the door open. The door was completely destroyed, then the two of us stepped inside and see a person. Or an alien sitting on the throne, with his eyeball looking at us, wearing an armor that I think is made out of gold. Boros Pav, I am Boros, the strongest and the dominator of the universe. For many year and countless fight, and conquer a lot of planet in this universe, I start to feel bored after they are no longer any creature that I could find in this universe to fight equally. But then, there was a prophecy from someone that I put my trust in almost 20 years ago, about a being capable of rival me in this planet. I did not put my hopes up, but I invading this planet anyway. It took quite some time to travel the universe to find this planet. When I arrived to this planet, the first thing that I thought is, the creature here are weak, but I can feel there are some of them will annoy me a little. Then our spaceship was attacked from the inside by 2 intruder from this planet. When I look at them from the control screen I can tell, they are the people that the prophecy talking about. But I'm pretty sure the prophecy only said one person that can rival me. Did I misheard the prophecy or something? But it doesn't matter, I will go sitting on my throne room waiting for them came to me. After nearly an hour of waiting, the door of my throne room was completely destroyed, and there they were, the 2 people that I believe will help me bringing back my passion of fighting. With a single glance in person, I can tell they are really strong. The one wearing a cape, his power was so overwhelming that I cannot see the end of it, and the other one, how should I put it, his power is nowhere to be seen. It was like there was some kind of force suppressing all of his power to hiding it from me. Saitama, are you the boss at this place? The guy wearing a white cape questioned me, but because how exciting I am right now, I want to fight them immediately, but to respect my opponent, I will have a short conversation with them first. Boros, truly wonderful, before we fight, let us exchange name first, I said stepping out from my throne. Boros, I am the leader of the pirate band, known as the Dark Matter, and I am the dominator of the universe, my name is Boros. After I introduce myself to them, the one wearing a cape, start to introduce himself back to me. Saitama, I'm a hero for fun, no wait, I am a professional hero, and my name is Saitama. On hearing his introduction, I start to looking to another person who been quiet the whole entire time, staring at me. Boros, then how about you, the one with the black hair, can you introduce yourself? After hearing what I said, he's just standing there looking at me silent, not speaking a single word. Then 5 seconds later, he start to open his mouth speaking to me. Zejin, my name is Zejin, a loyal subordinate of my lord, who ordered me to eliminate the leader of this spaceship. Lord, then the reason why I cannot feel his power because of his master doing, that is really interesting. There are still more strong people here in this planet. I should gone visit to this planet long ago if I knew there are such strong being living here. Then I start walk towards them, and tell them the reason why I came to. Oh, this planet because of a prophecy that I heard about, there was someone in this planet are capable of fighting me equally, and the 2 of them might be the prophecy talking about, but my subordinate. Thinking about the prophecy was nothing but a lie, that those people's telling me just a fairy tale to focus my attention to lure me away. Boros, but now after seeing you 2 in person, I'm sure what the prophecy said was true. That's why I came here to fight you to cure all my boredom that I feel for many years. Before I could finish, I got sent flying to a wall by Saitama with his bare fist. Just as I thought, they are strong. Third person Pav. After Boros was got sent flying crashing to the wall by Saitama, Zejin put his hand on Saitama's shoulder staring at the direction where Boros is, and said, Zejin, I hope you did not forget on what we talked back then. On hearing his word, Saitama start to remember about the agreement they made, about letting Zejin fighting the leader of this spaceship alone without interfere. Saitama, oh yeah, my bad, I almost forgot about it, he said. Then the 2 start to hear a cracking sound came from where Boros just got sent flying earlier. When they look at the direction where the sound came from, they can see Boros recovering from the blow by Saitama punch, back to his feet with his whole entire armor start to appear more crack and completely destroy, falling to the ground piece by piece. Then he looking at the two direction and said, Boros, this set of armor, which was used to seal my unmeasurable, irresistible power, has now been broken, he said to the two, which have only small reaction. Saitama, okay, Zejin, he was able to withstand that. Then Boros start to release a lot of energy, transform into his battle mode with a lot of cracking energy cover his body. And his skin chain from ocean blue to dark blue with bit more energy releasing out. Boros, now let us begin, he said and ran towards the two, giving Saitama a power punching blow to his face. Before the punch make contact with Saitama, Zejin stopping his attack by grabbing his fist and said, Zejin, sorry, but your opponent is me, he said and kick him on the stomach, acking him crashing to the other side of the wall. Then turn his head looking at Saitama and said, Zejin, please don't interfere. Saitama, you got it, he said and gave him a thumbs up. Boros returned back by jump into the air, flying towards Zejin giving him back the same kick making him crashing to the wall. Boros, very well, you will be my first opponent, he said and looking at Zejin stepping up walking back to him. Like that kick earlier did not hurt him at all. Of course that kick did not hurt him, I mean he doesn't even feel a thing. Zejin, good, let's see that you are one of the people inside the list that my lord said that are capable of damage this body. Then the two fighter began to exchange blow to blow creating a lot of shockwave pushing Saitama a few feet away. Boros start to enjoy the fighting that he been looking for years. And Zejin taking the attack head on, to see if the guy he was fighting is among the people that his lord talking about or not. Flashback. After few why when Rimuru and Shizu became a couple, Rimuru once said to Zejin about there are 12 people in this universe are capable damage the body that they are using. Rimuru, among 12 of them, there are 2 of them living in this galaxy. And you had walked across one of them, that bald guy, Saitama, he is the one capable damaging the body we are using the most. Zejin, I see, then what about the other one? Rimuru, oh that guy. He is still sleeping, I hope he's never wake up, because if he did, there will be a lot of chaos going to happen in this planet, or at worse, the whole entire universe. Zegi, on. So 2 of them are living in this galaxy, so the other 10 are still out there around this universe. If by chance they came to this galaxy to invade this planet, should we helping the people here? Rimuru, of course we going to help them, what kind of person do you think I am? Flashback end. Saitama stands still in one place, watching the battle right in front of him that began to destroy the surrounding in the throne room. Even though everything in here began to melt and disintegrate, the battle between 2 power doesn't affect him at all. With a single swing of his arm, Zejin decapitate. Boros' left arm away from his shoulder, seeing one of his arm was missing, Boros respond back by grabbing Zejin neck throwing him into the ceiling. Then he continued with barrage of punching by jumping towards him, making them crashing towards multiple wall to the point they reach outside on top of the spaceship. Seeing themselves outside, Zejin and Boros separate themselves from each other, Boros releasing a lot of chaos energy towards Zejin to destroy him completely. And Zejin respond back by attacking him with a punch destroying his left side of the body, seeing his left side was gone. Boros did not panic then looking at Zejin and said, Boros, truly wonderful, not only you were able to withstand that blast energy, you also destroy my left side body with a single blow. With those words, Boros' left side missing body part began to regenerate back to normal in a second, to show Zejin their battle will continue till one of them die. After seeing Boros' regenerating ability, Zejin did not panic at all. The reason, in the center world, he knew more than 1,000 of people that can regenerate faster than this. Boros, you doesn't look surprised, or perhaps you have an ability similar to mine. Zejin, you could say that. Boros, then show me more, he said and ran towards him with a lot of speed and power from every single move, to the point every single blow Zejin had been taking began to push him back. Although his body did not take any damage, he could tell that Boros still have a trump card that he did not show him yet. With that in mind, Zejin still continue fighting, waiting for Boros releasing his true power, so he can make sure the opponent he was fighting is one of the powerful people in the list or not. With Petite start to catching up on him, Boros' attack began to get more weaker and weaker, making Zejin taking a deep sigh with disappointment. Zejin, sigh looks like I was wrong about you, I thought you were one of the people that can damage this body, I want to test its durability. But it would seem you are already done. On hearing that, Boros start to felt an emotion that he never thought on feeling again for so long in a battle, frustration. Boros, I am not done yet, he said, and a lot more chaos energy began to cover his body, causing him to go through another transformation. Now his body's skin had changed from dark blue to pure white. Where a lot of cracked dark blue energy cover his body, and his hair had grown a lot longer to the point it almost reaching his leg. Boros, meteoric burst, he yelled and ran toward Zejin, punching him on the face in the blink of an eye. The punch was so powerful, sending Zejin fly away, and destroy everything in front of him with a shockwave from the chaos energy. While still sent flying in the air, Boros catching up on him. Then giving a lot barrage of punches from every direction, and Zejin understanding this is Boros' strongest form, so he taking every single Boros attack head on without try to block it. After taking more than 1,000 attack from him, Zejin start to understand that Boros is not among the 12 people in his list, so without wasting time, he dodging one of his punch, grabbing his neck throwing him back down. Crashing to the spaceship, after impact, the ship had shaking violently. Boros doesn't understand on what just happened, the only thing he knew was he was busy giving barrage of attack to Zejin. And the next he was here crashing back to the spaceship, the attack from Zejin was so fast to the point that he cannot follow his movement at all. Boros, what just happened? He questioned himself. Then Zejin landing back down from the air answer that question for him. Zejin, because I did not take you seriously, I want to observe if your power are capable enough to damage my body, the result. Your attack did not make me feel a thing, I was quite disappointed, I thought you were one of the 12 people of the list that I want to test this body durability. On hearing that, Boros clutching his hand really hard then released a lot more energy, creating a small size basketball chaos energy blasting towards Zejin destroying everything in its way. Boros, I'm still not done yet, he yelled after throwing the chaos energy towards Zejin. Zejin seeing the attack fly towards him, with just the wave of his hand upward, the chaos energy has changed its direction to the sky. When he looked at Boros again, what he saw was a fist aiming at his face, sending him a few feet away, then he looked at Boros again trying to telling him that he will end this fight now. Before he was about to fight back, there was a small explosion sound, then he looked up just to see the attack from Boros earlier making a big crater on the moon. Zejin, shit, my lord going to be angry with this. Rimuru Pav, the alien name Melzargard, only have one head left remain on his body after I destroyed the other 3, as for me, I'm just using gravity magic crushing him over and over again. While holding his last marbles in my hand. Rimuru, come on stand back up, if you try harder you might beat me, I said and trying to taunt him even more. Then he raised his head back up glaring at me with rage. With a grin on his face he said, Melzargard, the bombardment it's now complete, it's over for all of you, he said. Then there was a glowing light showing from below the spaceship. And what came from it was something looked like 1,000 missiles shooting down on us. When I was about to use my katana to cut all those thing called bombardment, Tatsumaki, the one with the hero nickname Tornado of Terror, stepping and stopping the bombardment by using her psychokinesis telepathy making it stop on its track. Tatsumaki, all of you musclehead will die without me, did you guys seriously just let this girl fighting that thing alone? Maybe you guys should starting over from C class, she said and flowing into the sky, then change the direction of the bombardment, shooting it back where it came from. The spaceship was hit by a lot of bombardment, causing it to take a lot of damage. Even though she is a little bit annoying and arrogant, but, how the hell is this small girl is 28 years old? Her little sister, Fubuki should be the one with that age, did these two switch body or something? When I was in the middle of my thought, Tatsumaki started to staring at me and said, Tatsumaki, you are quite better than those guy. You should come and join the Hero Association if you got free time, she said and fly away. Looking where the direction she was flying, and see she start to using her ability on the surrounding rubble from the destroyed building, throwing to the spaceship on top of us. Rimuru, well, her personality and that small body was quite something, I said and looking at Melzargard who was laying there on the ground. Looking at me with fear. Rimuru, what's the matter, don't tell me you already gave up on your life. I talked to him and he just standing there looking at the ground. Imuru, I see, I said and crushing his last marbles in my hand causing his body to fall apart and died. When I was about to go join with the other hero on helping them, I start to feel like someone was watching me from another dimension. Rimuru, less than Seal, is that thing had awakened? Greater than I questioned her then she respond back. Seal, Less than you are correct, Master, that entity has finally awakened from its slumber, But he won't able to do anything for now because of the seal that he trapping in greater than. Rimuru, who the hell waking him up? I said and staring at the direction where the gaze that I'm feeling came from. Back to the battle between Boros and Zejin. Third person POV. The battle between Zejin and Boros was one-sided, it doesn't matter how many times Boros attacking Zejin with his strength, speed and power. Zejin always walking out from the attack with not much scratch showing on his body. Even his clothes was unharmed, the reason he is using enhancing magic on his clothes, because the clothes he's wearing was a gift from his master. That his master had buying for him. Boros, how much power have you been holding back on me? He said and start to feel exhausted of using meteoric burst form for so long. Zejin, he did not say anything but just standing there thinking how to end this battle in a painless way. Seeing Zejin standing there not answer his question, making Boros feeling a lot more frustrating. Not only Zejin did not taking their fight seriously. Now he had became someone not worth of his time, then he jumped into the air releasing all the remaining chaos energy along with his lifespan, making the air cracking with a lot of distortion of space, creating a power attack to destroy his opponent and this whole entire planet just to grab his attention. Boros, I had told you that I am not done yet. Now I will release all my remaining energy, blasting you, and this whole entire planet straight to hell. Seeing how dire the planet have to go through, Zejin start using one of his Master Veldora technique called Veldora Punch, ready to respond back to the attack. Boros, collapsing star, roaring cannon. He screamed and blasting everything that he had towards Zejin who was standing there looking at the attack ready his fist. Zejin, then have a taste one of my master technique, Veldora Punch, Draconic Burst, he said and punching the blast energy causing it to split in two, the shockwave from his punch had reached Boros causing him to take a lot of damage on his body and destroy everything in its past. After the two exchanged their attack, the result of the battle was Boros felling to the ground with most of his body part was completely destroyed, and he just laying there lifeless but still remained conscious. The attack was so powerful to the point it had cut the cloud in the sky in half. Then Boros' mouth start to moving and try to say something. Boros, did I lose? I can't feel my body at all, he said. Then Zejin walked towards him sitting next to him looking at the sky and said. Zejin, you have lose, your body have completely destroyed, and what remains left is your conscious, which will be fading away anytime soon. Boros, I see, I guess the prophecy was completely true, or probably a lie. The prophecy said there will be someone in this planet are capable of fighting me with equal power, but the reality is the battle was one-sided, I never stood a chance against you from the begin with, and not to mention you never take any attack that I throw at you seriously at all, even the one that I use all of my remain lifespan, you attacking me back, but I can see in your eye that you are still holding back a lot. Zejin, telling you the truth, I don't have any hatred towards you, but because you are attacking this planet, killing more than 1,000 people in this city. My lord is really angry, so that's why he sent me to kill you. You should be lucky that he is not the one who you be fighting, or he will torture you to the point you start to regret on attacking this planet. Boros, then I'm a little bit lucky. In this quiet surrounding, Zejin phone start to ring inside his pocket, so he take it out and see a message on his phone from his lord. In the message it said come back home, and don't let anyone see you. Seeing the message, he stand back up looking at the direction where Saitama been sitting watching the battle the whole entire time and said. Zejin, I be going back now, he said waving his hand, then using teleportation gone from where he was standing. Saitama, that was a pretty cool fight, he said and walked towards Boros who was still lying there conscious. Saitama, you two are really strong. Boros, really? Then thank you. Shizu Pav. Seeing the spaceship collapsing to the ground, I start to put my and together praying for Rimuru and Zejin's safety return. Shizu, please, if there are any gods out there, please helping my boyfriend and his friend return back safely. Rimuru, I'm still alive, you do not need to be that scared. On hearing his voice, I turned my head around and see the two of them standing there unharmed. Zejin, you do not need to worry Lady Shizu, me and my lord are capable on protecting ourselves. Seeing them are fine, I start to jump hugging Rimuru and said. Shizu, I'm glad you two are all right, I said then he returned back the hug and said. Rimuru, don't be a crybaby, Let's go back inside and continue eating that apple pie, now I start to feel addicted to it. Rimuru Pav. It have been a few weeks after the pirate band called Dark Matter invading planet Earth, a lot thing had happened after the battle was over. For example, Bad, the one called Metal Bat, one of the S-class hero, asking me for my autograph signing on a picture of me wearing a mask in the middle of fighting a monster. That I doesn't even know where he got it from, just so you know he is not asking my autograph because he is a fan of me or anything, he asking my autographs for his little sister. And I Jew. Saint discovered this guy have a soft spot for his sister, to the point trying to act sweet around her and not even showing a violent reaction if she around. And for another thing that happened, the moon. When I wake up from my sleep and look into the sky, I see a gigantic crater on the moon. At first I thought was just my imagination from waking up early, but when I blinking my eye like 3 more time that I realize, it's real. The reason that causing it? Zejin was a little careless, he deflecting a chaos attack that flying towards him to the moon when he was in the middle of fighting Boros, the leader of the pirate band, without realizing it, and that guy title was a little bit cringe. I mean, the dominator of the universe. Bro, there are 12 people living in this universe that might be able to impress me, and he is not one of them. And there are still other people beside them can still beat him in a one-on-one fight. And another thing is, when I returned back home while still in my female hero form, Shizu questioned me about my gender, so I told her that I am genderless, and it start to make her feeling depression. Then she walked close to me, opened my pant, taking a closer look to make sure, and it made her even more depressed. And one thing that's surprising me the most, is Zejin asking for my permission to join the Hero Association to gather some information. So I just told him, do whatever you want. As long you want to do it. And there are a few more, but I don't have the time to talking about it right now. And now I'm just sitting here at my working place, waiting for the custom. Walking into buying stuff in this 7-Eleven gas station. I'm been sitting here feeling bored waiting for my shift to be over, so I can go back home lazy around on the floor watching TV. Shizu, why you look so gloomy? Do you want to go back home so you can eat my apple pie? She said, lowering her head down, whispered into my ear. Hearing her voice, I raise my head up, looking at her wearing a woman business uniform. If you guy asking why is she here? Well, that is because she became the supervisor of this place. I had learned that Shizu used to work at 7-Eleven in another city before she become a J-pop star. So when she step into her old company working place, she asking them for a position of supervisor in this 7-Eleven gas station in City Z, and they agree immediately. I don't know it's because she was used to be a J-pop star that they agree easily, or it's because this city are always full of monster walking around, so nobody want to step into this job and give it to her without thinking. It's too stressful for me to think about it. But the only thing I know is, Shizu had the power to fire me from my job, and kick me out from my apartment that I've been living for years. Rimuru, you could say that. I mean, your homemade apple pie was really good. On hearing what I said, she making a smile face, kissing me on the forehead, then walking in the counter sitting next to me. Shizu, I'm glad to hear it, she said, and putting her head resting on my shoulder. Back to Rimuru apartment, third person Pav. In the 3rd floor of the apartment building, Zejin is in the bathroom cleaning the toilet. Even though no one in that room using it, but for his master, he want to make sure everything is clean and spotless. That is the only job he wanted to do for his master. Ding, ding, ding. There was a bell sound from his master apartment front door, so after finish cleaning the table, he walking open the door and see a woman with short dark green hair along with 2 men right behind her. The young woman had a curvy figure. Straight, chin-length dark green hair styled into a bob with a fringe, and light green eyes varying from jade to mint. She also wears light pink lip gloss. Her attire consists of a dark royal green, form-fitting V-neck dress with a high collar, often paired with a long white fur coat draped over it, thigh-high black-heeled boots, and several white pearl necklaces. And behind her was 2 men. One of them had long light brown hair tied in a low ponytail, small goatee and dark eyes with notably long lower lashes. He wears a black business suit and black tie with a white shirt. And the other guy wears the same suit. He is a very tall man. His distinguishing feature is his very big chin. Zejin seeing the 3 people for the first time, making him ally confused on what they were doing in this city where there's a lot of monster roaming around. He was thinking on what to do if these people planning on have any business here, but seeing the woman staring at him so sharply, he choose to greeting them first. Zejin, sorry, but can I help you? He questioned them, then the short-haired girl looking behind his back, to see if there are any people inside the apartment room. Fubuki, sorry for interrupt on what you were doing, but is this the room apartment of Saitama, the B-class hero? On hearing her question, Zejin pointed his finger on the room next to him and said. Zejin, he lived in the room next to me. Understanding that they step in front the wrong room, Fubuki turned a head look at the guy behind her and said. Fubuki, you said this is the room. Hearing what she said, the long light brown hair guy started to apologizing to her. Eyelashes. Sorry ma'am, I thought this was the room, when I see two slipper in front of this apartment door. Fubik, make sure not to make mistake again. Eyelashes and mountain ape, yes ma'am. Zejin, so, I'm going to close the door if you three don't have any business here. Hearing what he said, the two men behind her start to get a little bit annoyed, but the girl apologized to him and said. Fubuki, sorry for interrupt your time. Zejin, no problem, he said, and the three people walking to the room next door. And he closing the door and continuing on cleaning the remain dust inside the apartment. After everything is clean, Zejin grabbing the remain apple pie that Shizu make, his master one told him to eat it, if he feeling hungry. But the two of them doesn't need food to survive, they only eating it because of the taste. When he's finished eating everything on the plate, he was about to washing it. Then the ground start to shake outside, but he just ignored it, and continue washing the plate. Then there was an explosion sound coming from where the shaking earlier came from, making more dust inside the room. Seeing the apartment room getting dirty again, Zejin start to get really angry, but he calmed himself down, then step outside from the apartment looking down and see Genos fighting a guy where he had seen before. From where the accident about the Deep Sea King, Sonic, the ninja guy, but when he saw him first back then, he was butt naked with nothing cover his body. But now he is wearing a tight black latex bodysuit highlighted by metal plating on his shins, arms, shoulders, chest, and waist, as well as a long purple scarf that falls to his legs, with long black hair that is tied up in a topknot. And bangs fall over his face. A noticeable feature of his is the purple marks underneath his large gray eyes. And a little far from the battle, he could see Saitama standing there with dark dust covered his front and surrounding, and right behind him was the woman earlier that knocking his door back then with her butt on the ground was protected by Saitama from the explosion earlier. With little detail understanding on what happened, Zejin doesn't want to act on conclusion without evidence, so he jumped in there stepping in. 25 minutes earlier, Genos detecting someone running to this building with a fast speed with murder's attempt. He was about to tell his master, but stopped after seeing his master was busy with something else, so he stepped outside waiting for the person appeared right in front of him. Sonic, after stepping out from the Hero Association, he was able to find the information where Saitama lived, so he put his ninja clothes on and prepared his weapon and ran to Saitama apartment to settle the battle with a rematch, after getting humiliated beat up by him, putting in prison. When he arrived to Saitama apartment, there are already someone waiting for him right in front of the apartment door. Right in front of him was Demon Cyborg Genos, the S-class hero, waiting for his arrival. Genos, show yourself, he said, then Sonic stepping out from the shadow staring at him. The two have a few talk. But when the talk came to about Sonic telling Genos his name and he is Saitama rival, Genos start to remember where he had heard the name from a fan letter to his master. With a lot of threat from each word on the paper. Genos realizing Sonic is the pervert stalker that sent the letter, so the two having a fight far away from the apartment building. And 20 minutes later after that, Fubuki along with her two men, walk into the apartment building to recruiting Saitama to join her Blizzard group, so Saitama rejecting her offer and they end up fighting. With her two men knockout, Fubuki using her psychokinesis telepathy to fight Saitama, but her attack doesn't have any effect on him at all. Seeing how much disadvantage she was in, she take out a knife attacking him. But Genos and Sonic fight has reached them causing an explosion. Saitama understanding the explosion might harming her, so he using his body to block the explosion impact. Back to present, after explosion died down, Genos apologizing to his master for the trouble that he make, but then Sonic throwing explosive kunai at Genos again causing another explosion. Genos turn his head around looking up on off the streetlight bulbs where Sonic stand on and said, Genos, you can throw 100 more, but it will not have any effect on me. Sonic, that may be true, but you wasn't able to land any hit on me yet, he said and jumped down staring at Saitama and said, Sonic, Saitama, you better open your eye watching me turning your disciple into scrap, when I finished with him you will be next. When Genos and Sonic was about to fight again, Sonic start to feel danger right behind him, so he take his sword out swinging at his back, then the person right behind him caught his hand grabbing his neck on the back pinching him down on the ground. Zejin, apology, but may I know who was the one responsible for the shaking of the building earlier? He said then Saitama raising his hand up and said, Saitama, I think that's probably me. The ground shaking because of the girl right behind me, keep using psychokinesis attacking me. Zejin, it's true that her psychokinesis making the ground shaking a little, but that is not enough to making my lord entire apartment room cover with dust. Hearing what he said, Genos raising his hand up and said, Genos, the one that you are pinching on the ground, is the one who causing the explosion making the whole dust spreading around, that go inside the window of your apartment. On hearing Genos' explanation, Zejin looking down at Sonic, who were still pinching on the ground trying to escape from his grip. Zejin, I see, so you are the one. Unable to escape from his grip, Sonic swinging his sword from the back to cutting Zejin's hand off to escape, but Zejin opened his grip letting him go, causing the sword missing his hand cutting his hair that tied up in a topknot off from his head, making his hair a lot shorter. Sonic realizing on what he just cut off, his face start to show a few veins on his forehead, looking at Zejin ready to killing him for real. Sonic, you son of a Zejin, before you curse me, you should know that hairstyle looking good on you. On hearing that, Sonic getting even more angry, so he split himself leaving a lot of afterimage, an ability to leave behind images of oneself, but this time he making 14 of them surrounding Zejin ready to attack. Sonic, you sure know how to piss me off. Hey Saitama, who is this guy, another one of your disciple? Saitama, nope, he is a neighbor friend of mine, who's living next door. Genos, I'm the only disciple here, who is under Master Saitama teaching. Sonic, tisk, whatever, he's still going to die here, he said then all of his afterimage came to attack him from every direction with his strong attack called Wind Blade Kick. That are capable crushing any human skull without a problem. When all of his 14 afterimage using Wind Blade kicking Zejin on the face, causing a shockwave pushing surrounding dust away. And the result of that kick was Zejin still standing there with dark expression, and Sonic is still in the air after his attack, and his face making a pain expression because of He kick causing his bone break from the impact, his bone breaking sound almost like eating a chip of Dorito, like he was kicking an unbreakable wall. Zejin, shit, the impact making the dust spreading around. And I also forgot to closing the window as well, so that mean there are even more dust spreading inside my lord room apartment. Then he raised his head up looking at Sonic with his red glowing crimson eye then said, Zejin, I really want to murder you right now, but my lord will be really upset if he learned about it, so, I will let Saitama do the honor. He said then using his own ability. Why similar to Tatsumaki's psychokinesis telepathy, but more powerful to grabbing Sonic in mid-air making him flow a little further to the sky. Sonic, hey what do you plan on doing to me? He said with a lot of sweat on his face. With a movement of his finger, Sonic body start to swing around in the air getting faster and faster to the point it has surpassed the speed of sound, and it continue getting even more faster. Making Sonic puking everything out from his stomach in the air spreading down like rain. And Zejin seeing the liquid falling from the sky, he using a barrier cover everyone, so it doesn't dirty their clothes. Zejin, hey Saitama catch. He said point his finger at him sending Sonic to his direction. Saitama seeing Sonic send flying to his way, he raised his hand up and slapped Nick on the face before he crashing to him, making his upper body bury under the ground with his two leg rising up. With the fight over, Zejin going back upstairs standing right in front the apartment front door. He opened it and go inside just to see what he feared the most. Every single place, every single corner in this room, are full of dust and small rock cover every place with his eye could see. With less than an hour before his master returned back from his part-time job, Zejin doesn't have any choice but to using his ultimate skill Mephisto, Lord of Fantasy, to manipulate reality in this room. Making every single damage and dust from every corner disappear, like this room did not get any effect from the battle outside earlier at all. But then he remembered that outside of the apartment building, there are still a lot of damage from the battle earlier on from every corner surrounding building. So he's using his ultimate skill again, making every destruction disappear, and Sonic wit. His upper body still stuck in the ground, Zejin teleporting him into the trash can nearby so his lord doesn't learn the chaos that happened earlier. With everything was completely clean, Zejin sitting right in front of the table waiting for his lord return back. And on the room next door, Saitama, Geno's, and Fubuki was really confused on what just happened. When they step inside into Saitama room, everything was completely a mess. And a second later everything was clean. Geno's. I cannot analyzing the phenomenon that just happened right in front of me, he said, and using his brain supercomputer analyzing everything. Saitama. It doesn't matter, at least everything is clean, he said, sitting down on the floor playing video game. Fubuki. So you are saying this is not a normal occurrence? Saitama. Nope, but I'm cool with it. Geno's. This is not a normal occurrence, but I might know who is the one responsible for it, he said, then staring at a wall to the next room, where Rimuru and Zejin had been staying. Saitama. On that aside, you said that you have a few more things to talk about, right? Fubuki. Yes, and I hope you listening to what I'm about to say. Rimuru Pav. After full 10h. Of sitting on one place without doing anything, my shift finally over, now I can go back home lazy around, and watching my favorite anime movie that I've been waiting for 6 months to release. If you guys wondering what kind of movie I was waiting to watch. I'm not gonna tell you guys the name, but, Shizu is one of the voice actors of the side character in that movie. Oh yeah, I am not walking back home alone. Walking next to me was Shizu-san holding a plastic bag full of vegetable and meat. Rimuru. Are you going to cook foods for us again? Shizu. Of course dummy, I want you to look healthy and not skinny. Rimuru. Did I already told you one time, about me to not require food to survive? Shizu. Of course I know, but I'm still going to cooking it for you anyway. When the two of us was about to reach back home, we have walking across someone on our way, who was walking the same path as us. He was a lean, tall man with light tan skin, blue eyes, and shoulder length, slicked back blonde hair combed down to the nape of his neck. He has a long face with sunken cheeks and a well-defined jawline. His most notable physical feature is the set of 3 vertical scars over his left eye. Wearing a blue jacket and a cap on his head with the word, K, on it. Realizing we are walking to the same direction, the guy looking at me with a serious face and asked. King, are you living around here? Rimuru. Yes, we are living in the apartment building right there, I said and point my finger at the building next to us. King. I see, so you are his neighbor. Shizu. Neighbor. You mean Sir Geno's and Sir Saitama? King. Yes, Saitama is a friend of mine, he's taking my game console without asking me, so I came here to retrieve it back. Shizu. Oh really, that sounds like him, also my name is Shizu Izawa. And the person stand next to me is my boyfriend, Rimuru Tempest. It's a pleasure of seeing you coming to this city, Sir King, the strongest human alive. King. Oh, I can't believe you recognize me easily. Even when I put my cap on. Rimuru. Dude, there are not much people in the Hero Association having 3 vertical scars over a left eye like you're, even if you wearing a face mask. As long I can see that scars on your left eye, I can recognize you easily. King. I see, then I had to wear a black glasses to cover my eye then. Rimuru. That might work. Even though the shape of his face are still recognizable. When the 3 of us step inside of the building, we separate ourselves going to our own room. When I open the door of my room and step inside, I start to feel a small particle of magicules still remain in the air. That much magicules, did Zejin using his ultimate skill here? I step deeper inside, and I see Zejin sitting on the floor, with a lot of fruit on top of the short table with a rock expression. Even with not much expression showing on his face, I can tell that this guy is feeling guilty as fuck. I do not need using Soul Corridor to see what he feeling, I know him long enough that I can easily tell he is feeling guilty. Rimuru. Zejin, do you have anything to say to me? Zejin. He was quiet for 5 seconds, then he start to explain to me of everything that happened from the start to the end. Rimuru. I see, I'm glad that you cleaning this room, but, next time please don't use your ultimate skill again, it's a good thing you know how to control it perfectly or otherwise your body will explode, when you gathering that much magicules to activating your ultimate skill from the body you were using. Zejin. I understand, I will be careful next time. Rimuru. Good, I said and using magic to changing my clothes, stepping outside from my room stand right in front of Shizu apartment front door then knock. Shizu. Coming, I hearing her voice and the door open and see Shizu greeting me while still wearing the same business suit with a soup spoon on her left hand. Shizu. Good timing, come in, she said and I walked inside then she taking me to her kitchen. Then showing a hot pot she making to let me see. Shizu, does it look delicious? Rimuru, it does look and smell delicious, but why is it that much? The three of us, me you and Zejin, are not enough to eating all of this thing if we looking from normal people standard. Shizu, of course it had to be this much, because we are going to invite our neighbor to join in. Rimuru, I see, but whose room are we going to be eating in? Shizu, your room of course, I mean your room is in the center between me and Sir Saitama. Rimuru, guess Zejin going to clean thing up again after we finish eating. Third person Pav. Fubuki was completely shocked on seeing King, the person who people call the strongest human alive, coming into this place talking with Saitama casually, like they were friend. King, hey man, did you take my game console? Saitama, huh, I did took it, my bad. King, I knew it, now hand it over. Saitama, sorry, but I King, it's alright, just give it back to me. Saitama, I delete all your game data. King, what? Knock, knock, knock. With the sound of the front door knocking, Genos go open the door and see Rimuru and Shizu standing right in front of him. Rimuru, hey, me and Shizu want to invite you guys join us on eating hot pot. Genos, please wait a second, he said and walked inside go telling his master. Then Saitama stepping out talking to them. Saitama, I heard Genos said about you two invite us joining eating your hot pot, correct? Shizu, you heard correct, and I also want to invite the other people in your room to join as well. And Saitama letting the two go inside to his room, then Shizu say hello to everyone and said. Shizu, hello, my name is Shizu Izawa, a neighbor living on the next door, I want to invite everyone to joining us on eating hot pot. King, hot pot, huh, that sound nice. Fubuki, wait aren't you the woman, who retired from being a pop star idol like a month ago? Shizu, yes that's me, now I'm living in this city with my boyfriend, she said and hugging Rimuru left arm. Rimuru, even though you are retired, there are still people who still remember you, he said and tried to teasing her. But, her reaction was unexpected. Shizu, stop teasing me, or otherwise I will be teasing you back in the bed, she said and it make everyone drop dead silent. Saitama, wow, that was some joke there. King, yeah, I also being one of her fan for quite some time, but I never knew she had that side of her. Fubuki, well, us women sometimes have their own secret. Genos, the personality doesn't match, not enough data. I need to gather information all over again. Hearing what everyone said, Rimuru start to having a sweat drop on his forehead, then he turned his head looking at Shizu, who was enjoying the show. Rimuru, you're playing with their mind aren't you? Shizu, yes, but I didn't expect this kind of reaction. On hearing what she said, Rimuru clapping his hand grabbing everyone's attention and said. Rimuru, that's enough talking. That was just a joke that she made on the whim. With that everyone in Saitama room, stepping outside go into Rimuru room and enjoying eating hot pot together. A few hours later, Zejin in the kitchen washing the dish, while Rimuru and Shizu cleaning the table after everyone finishing eating and go back to their home. Rimuru, that was quite exhausted, especially and Saitama trying to taking all the meat putting in his plate. Shizu, but Sir Zejin already stopped him before he could get all of them. When they finished cleaning, Shizu had already returned back to her room. As for Rimuru, he changing his body and clothes to his hero form, and going out to kick some monster butt. When he was about to leave, Zejin walking towards him and said. Zejin, my lord, today I be going to take the entrance exam. To join the Hero Association. Rimuru, I thought you were joking back then, about join the Hero Association to gather some information, but it's alright you see and go as long you want to, he said then the two of them go outside on their own separate way. Third person Pav. After Zejin stepping out from his lord apartment building, he began to walk to the Heroes Association new headquarters in City A. Not long ago this city got invaded by alien and was completely destroyed wiping out from the map, then, after the S-class hero victory against the alien. Dr. Beaufoy, known as Metal Knight. He had clear everything in the destroying city, then using the metal scrap of the alien spaceship, to rebuild the new headquarters of the Hero Association called Nigh Impregnable Citadel, in just a week. Author. How the hell is he able to build that place in just 1 week? When Zejin arrived there, right in front of him was gigantic building having a shape almost Similar to Egyptian pyramids with a multi-story complex look like it make out of obsidian with a vast, expansive with a lot of highways. Standing right in front one of the doors at the hero headquarters. There are two big battle robots standing there looking at him, with a robotic voice coming out from it. Robot. Identify yourself. Zejin. My name is Zejin from City Z, I came here to take the hero entrance exam. After he said that, the two battle robots start to analyzing his body to confirm is he a monster or human. After 12 seconds of analyzing, the robot making way for him to walk through. Even though his body was completely different from human, but it have a feature making anything that analyzing it identify as a human. Robot. You may enter. With that, Zejin walking past the robot and go inside. On his way there is two people wearing a business suit with black glasses standing there waiting for him. Examiner 1. Hello there, me and my partner here will be your inspector, so please follow us. We will take you to the exam room, he said and start showing him the way to the exam room. On hearing that, Zejin began to follow them and walk through a lot of corridor before he reached the exam room where it have vast space from every corner. There are less than 100 people came to take the hero exam today. Examiner 2. Okay sir, you can go in that room changing your clothes to our exam training uniform. So your exam will be start from fitness test, it will begin with a side-to-side jumps, and after that you will do a 1500-meter run, weightlifting, and squat jumps, throwing heavy metal ball, punching machine. As well as a written test to assess your sense of justice. Examiner 1. When everything finished, we will giving your rank depend on the result of your test. So is there anything you don't understand, sir? Zejin. No, I understand everything. Then he walked into the changing clothes, and returned back wearing a tight suit with a blue line of the Heroes Association logo on the back. Examiner 1. Please stand here sir, your first test will be a side-to-side jumps. Follow his instruction, Zejin standing there readying himself. Examiner 1. Ready, go, he said then Zejin start do side-to-side jumps so fast and it making a shockwave pushing everything that is not really heavy away. When he finished jumping, he turned his head looking at the examiner who was completely shocked on what they just saw and their hair was so messy from the shockwave. Zejin, how much points did I just got from it? He said and it made the examiner snap out from the shock. Then they looked at their tablets to rewatch the recording over again just to see, it wasn't able to follow his movement at all. And everything was just a blur, then they start to talk to themselves quietly. Examiner 2. The AI program wasn't able to analyzing his jumping speed, so it wasn't able to give him a proper points, so what points should we give him? Examiner 1. 5 points, that is the full points of side-to-side jumps. Agreeing with each other on giving him a full 5 point, then they turned their head looking at Zejin telling him to continue and did not reveal his score to him. Examiner 1. Let's begin with your second test. A 1500-meter run, he said then Zejin standing on the running ground ready himself. Examiner 2. Ready, go, he said then Zejin had disappear from where he's standing. Making the training ground cover with dust, then returned back. Zejin. So how much point did I got from it? The examiner standing there stunned, everything happened in less than a second, and the IR tablets have continued to beep like 17 more time. The two standing there was completely shocked, not only he complete the 1500-meter run in less than a second, but he had done it 17 time. Examiner 2. Is the AI detection program broken? Examiner 1. It's not broken, below the training ground is having a touching detection on it, so the 17 round is accurate. Examiner 2. So how many points should we give him? Examiner 1. A full 5 points. Examiner 1. Hey, make sure this record do not reach flashy flash, you understand. Examiner 2. What, why? Examiner 1. That guy is really proud of his speed. If he finds out someone beat his record, I have a feeling he will challenge him on the speed fight. Examiner 2. I see, don't worry, I will make sure this record will not reach him. Then they turned their head looking at Zejin telling him to continue. Examiner 1. This will be a weightlifting, so it will begin with 500 kilograms to 50,000 kilograms, we will give you point, depend on what weight you can lift. On hearing that, Zejin walked into the 50,000 kilograms barbells, then he lifted it with just one hand. Examiner 1 inch. Examiner 2. The two examiner doesn't have any word to speak after seeing that. I mean 50,000 kilograms is heavy as hell. Examiner 2. So how many points we give? Examiner 1. Full 5 points, he cut his friend off before he could finish. Then they told him to moving on to the next test. Examiner 1. It doesn't matter what kind of record he will break again, I will not be shocked this time. Examiner 2. Agree, but if he got all the full point from every fitness exam, and if he also possess a mutation ability, along with some powerful equipment, I'm sure he might be able to reach S-class like Genos, who joined the Hero Association not long ago. Examiner 1. Alright, please stand here, Sir Zejin. This time you need to do a squat jumps, so please stand on the wall there so we can use measurement to see how high you can jump. With not much to their surprise, Zejin jump. Ping with his hand making contact on the ceiling of the wall. Examiner 2. Another record, let me guess, another full 5 point. Examiner 1. Yep, the next one will be a throwing heavy metal ball, so Zegi. On holding the metal ball, throwing it passing the line and reach the wall, breaking another record. Examiner 2. Another record again, this guy definitely going to become an S-class. Examiner 1. No, this is not a record. Do you remember like a month ago there was a bald guy throwing a heavy metal ball crashing outside from the building, and nearly destroyed everything that he used on his test? Examiner 2. Now that you mention it. That guy also beat Flashy Flash speed record, I heard he is now a B class. Examiner 1. It's a good thing, he got the C class, or otherwise it will be difficult for hiding his record from him. Examiner 2. That's true. Then they continue on to the next test. Examiner 2. Okay, Sir Zejin, this will be your final fitness test, you need to using all your strength punch. Ing onto this machine to see how strong you are. Before they telling him to punching it, Zejin raising his hand up then ask. Zejin, excuse me, if by chance I end up destroying this machine, do I need to pay it? Examiner 2. Ha ha ha, you do not need to worry, this punching machine here is making out from the strongest metal we could find, it doesn't matter how much strength you put on it, it will not leave any scratch. Zejin, I see. Examiner 1. If you feel uneasy about end up destroying it, then how about this, if the machine end up getting destroyed, my friend here will paying for it. Examiner 2. What, why me? That machine is worth 10 years of my saving. Examiner 1. You're the one who was confident about the punching machine not getting destroyed. Examiner 2. Of course I'm confident. I mean even the S-class hero wasn't able to make a scratch on T. Boom. The two of them hearing an exploding sound, then they turn their head to the direction where the sound came from just to see the punching machine, which make out from the strongest material out there turn into a metal scrap. Examiner 2. Examiner 1. Say goodbye to your 10 years money saving, he said to him, just making the guy falling to his knees. Then he walked to Zejin asking him a few questions. Examiner 1. Before I take you to the next room where the next test is, do you have any special ability? Zejin. Yes, I do have a ability. Examiner 1. Alright, can you tell me the name of your ability, and how it work? Zejin. I have quite a lot, so I will explain to you one by one. The first one is telekinesis, I can control anything from my surroundings with my thought, and the other one is gravity manipulation. I can control the gravity from my surrounding to my will, I can make the surrounding gravity 1000 times heavier, or I can. Examiner 1. Wait, you said you have a lot of ability, and among them there are telekinesis, you can control any object from your surrounding just like Tatsumaki the tornado of terror. And you can control gravity at will, making your surrounding gravity 1000 times heavier. Zejin. I can make it 1,000,000,000 times if I want to. Examiner 1. With your 2 ability, it'll Rhea. Die making me have a hard time to process, then can you prove it to me by using your telekinesis on the punching machine that you destroy? He said, then Zejin looking at the destroy machine, then he using his telekinesis, making all the scrapping metal that's scattering around, putting it all together, fixing it good as new. Examiner 1. You just fix it, he said, then he turned his head looking at his partner who was still on the ground. Examiner 1. Hey, you do not need to continue, stay depressed on the floor, the machine is fixed so your money are safe, he yelled to his partner who was still crying. Examiner 2. What really? He said, then looking at the machine. Examiner 2. Thank goodness, I thought I'd be going to be homeless for the next few months. Examiner 1. So you already had show me about your telekinesis ability. Then how about your gravity manipulation, can you using it on the punching machine and fixing it again? Zejin. Of course, I can, he said, then the punching machine got to RN flat into the ground, make the examiner who was feeling happy earlier feeling depressed again. Examiner 2. What's the point of giving me hope when you're just going to destroy it again? Then the Mac. Hein and the ground start to moving in reverse and turn everything back to normal. Examiner 1. What was that? Please explain. Zejin, you do not need to scream, I did tell you that I have many ability, this is just one of them. Is time manipulation, I can manipulate any object time by increasing its age or reverse it back to normal. Examiner 1. This is just too much, then can you write EV? Everything about your ability in here, he said and gave him a pen and a book. Zejin doesn't want to waste more time here, so he only writes 6 of his ability in the book then given to him, the examiner a shaky hand taking the book then he opened it just to see. Examiner 1. Telekinesis, gravity manipulation, time manipulation, indestructible barrier, space manipulation, and a healing ability to heal people injury. Examiner 2. I think we should report this to the higher up. Examiner 1. Yes, you're right, this is one of a lifetime hero, this guy will easily become S-class hero. It took Zejin nearly 5 hours to finish the hero exam, but among all of them, the interview was the longest one he need to go through. Now the sky had turned dark, so he is walking back home with some bag of grocery after he walked past a few mall. And on his left hand there was a certificate hero paper that said he is a official S-class. When he's back City Z, he had killed a few monster on the way before he stand right in front of his lord apartment front door. Then he opened the door walking inside, and see his lord did not return back from outside yet, so he take his grocery from the bag making a miso soup that he learned from Shizu a few days ago. Zejin, this soup is not tasty as the one that Lady Shizu make, but I hope Lord Rimuru will like it. The end.